What's up, chat? What's going on, chat? It's gonna be a night. It is gonna be a night. It feels loose. Why is this loose suddenly? Sorry. It's gonna be a night. It's gonna be a night. We got a lot to go through. I'm actually late starting my stream as usual. I was meaning to start much earlier, but then I realized that I don't really have my entire tier list made, and so I had to make the tier list from scratch, and it took a long time. And I didn't even include everybody. I'm gonna be picky because it's typically with the full year best girl, it's a lot of characters. And so I'm going to be picky about, I don't really want to talk about this character. This show is, such a nothing. I don't care to talk about that. I'm just going to focus on, I have something to say about these characters. How much is it? How much is it? 237. 237 characters. And again, that's not all of them. But that was why I'm late. But I figured, hey, I might as well get started with the tier list. I didn't actually plan on doing a full, best girl of the year tier list in one sitting, because I think the last time I did that, it was very painful. So I figured I'd be doing maybe 2 or 3 streams. So I figured, hey, even if we have to start late, we'll start it now and we'll get started chipping at it. We'll see how it goes. But how's it going, guys? We got Church dropping by with the first. Yes, you got the first. Well, technically, Stream Elements got the first. And that's on Twitch side. So you're not the first, but you're the first in my heart. You're the first in my heart. We got Subra jumping by. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Dream. Hey. Alexandragon. How's it going? Sobble. Sobble's here. For now. Sobble will disappear once. You're going to be here for a while, Sobble. If you're here just for the wolf girl, you're going to be here for a while. Dog girl, whatever. He was a dog, right? Yeah, it was a dog. He was a dog. You're just here for the furry show, and then you disappear. I know you, Sobble. Hitori, how's it going? Caught a stream at the beginning. How are you doing? Doing good. It's been a pretty decent week, compared to, the last 3 weeks. Did my music die? No, it's just really low. Okay. I thought my music died. I need to get new music. I really need to get new music. I'm afraid of what music I get because they claim to be copyright free and then they claim you later on, or somebody uses that music and then claims it from their videos. Music is a mess. Music is an absolute mess. Anyways, Promethean, hope you're doing well. The food court girls are S tier. Everyone else is B. Save yourself hours. We'll see. I did like the food court girls. I do like the food court girls. Were they summer, right? They were summer, right? So they're around here-ish? Or were they spring? I don't know. There's somewhere in here. There's somewhere in this mess of 200 and something characters. Thank you, Andrew. Always enjoy your work. I appreciate it, Green Sky. It's you guys that keep me going. I love the positive feedback from people. I really do appreciate it. Even though every now and then I decide that I might want to stray. People like what I'm doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. There's music. Yeah, it's very subtle. I don't like to have it too loud because every now and then I like to clip my videos. And as you guys seen this week, I decided to... We had an interesting discussion last week about localizing, and I'm like... I think I kind of hit the nail on the head with that discussion. I'm I kind of want to clip it, but it's it's hard to clip with the music. It's really hard to clip with the music. I guess I could do something to kind of remove the music post, but it's a massive hassle. I just like to have it there as sort of a subtle thing whenever there's dead air, to not have dead air. Anyways, what's new anime this season do you like so far? So far, just really Sentenced to Be a Hero is the big one that stood out to my attention. I really like that show. The Daughteru show that I made fun of today turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to turn out, but I'm not going to expect much from it. What else did I cover so far? I haven't got a chance to watch the Death Game show, even though because they dropped a whole hour-long episode. Darwin Incident, It needs another episode. It needs another episode bad. Like, it needs another episode. I'm intrigued, but it needs another episode bad. My first time catching like this. Really like your videos. I appreciate that, Sabra. I really do. Again, I even more so than just people, you know, that monetarily support the channel, I do appreciate people's positivity. Because people don't know how much content creators get crap. Like, if you don't agree with somebody, they're gonna hate you. If you don't follow what everybody else wants you to think, they're gonna hate you. If you're not mad enough about the situation, they're gonna hate you. If you're too positive about the situation, they're gonna hate you. You get pulled in different directions when it comes to social media and content creation. So it's always good to hear some positive feedback. Do you watch the Yuri anime this season? There's no Evan way. I'll be your lover unless actually they released another episode. Because they had a season of it. Then they had like 2 or 3 episodes last season. And there's more this season? No, I haven't. I kind of dropped off of that train a long time ago. I meant to get back to it, but it's not like it's like calling to me. It wasn't getting my attention that much. What can be said about localizers that hasn't been said? I can't wait for AI to replace them. Well, as I said a million times, AI can do the same exact thing. Because you have to remember, what is AI trained off of? AI is trained off of localizers. It takes information about localizing and it reuses it. Like, it's like, how does an AI do this? Well, it looks at what people have done and it does the same thing. So AI in most cases is gonna be another localizer. And yes, the algorithm and whatever systems they have can be controlled and tweaked in ways that will fit their agendas. If they want to be politically driven, yes, AIs can be politically driven. We've seen that a million times in the past. You know, Gemini or something like that, not wanting to generate certain things that are controversial. AI follows their rules. I don't know. I don't buy in with everybody else's mentality that AI is going to fix everything. Nope. Eventually, the certain AI that's going to win, and then whatever AI wins is going to control the narrative. If it wants to be woke, it's going to be woke. The Laundry Shop Owner show looked really, really cute, yes. I've watched quite a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole episode. I'm kind of waiting until I get another episode of that before I do any impressions or something like that. Most of the shows that have only one episode out, I'm waiting for another episode before I really kind of dig into it. What's up, What the Fan Art? Are you ready, What the Fan Art? I know like 3 characters that I was putting into this list is going to make What the Fan Art angry, because I'm not going to agree with What the Fan Art. I'm going to say something, What the Fan Art's going to get mad. Your Forger's got to be an S tier. It's not going to be an S tier. Then What the Fan Art gets mad at me. Yeah, the laundry anime where she quickly jumps down to his knees and starts scrubbing his shoe. That was so intentional. I loved it. She's a sweetheart though. She's definitely a sweetheart. The Wash It Away show is like, it's like every weeb's dream of like going to some rural area in Japan and just being like, you know, having some girl that is just super sweet that is not taken, that you just want to hang out at their laundry place and talk with them and hit it up, you know? You know, the season is good with the Dadaru anime. I wasn't expecting it. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting the Dadaru anime. If you're talking about the one I'm talking about from the day. Totally did not know that from the PV. I'm like, yep. That kind of show. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It could steer a different direction. I'm hoping it doesn't drop the bunny. I'm hoping it doesn't drop the bunny. I mean, I should have, emphasized this in my videos. Like, it's not that I'm upset about that. It's not that I'm against it. Like, if it wants to go the route that, he's helping her train and then eventually love blossoms because she's actually, I don't really care. Like, a lot of that stuff could be really funny or interesting. It's fiction. I'm always perfectly, the Demon Lord daughter thing, I know apparently went that direction. I don't care either way. If it's entertaining, I'm gonna go with it. But it's still like that aspect of like, it was super wholesome before then, though. It was super wholesome before then, and then I'm like, okay, sure, we'll go this route, I guess. She's super. Is like way too cute though. The Mao show is like even more so freaking cute, dude. The Demon Lord daughter is too kind with the Seiyu of Tama and stuff. She's so freaking cute. Way too damn adorable. So we have 2 Daughteru shows this season so far. They released 5 episodes sequel of the episode 13 to 17. Jeez, dude. They just like piecemealing it. Just slowly piecemealing it. I feel bad for the... I mean, it's good that you guys are getting constant content for it, but it's like, I kind of feel bad for people having to wait more time for another drop of episodes. Train the AI off of me, and it would be perfect? No. No. Don't train off of What the Founder. Nope. Enjoy your donuts. A good place to be when you can't sleep at 4 a.m. Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. True. AI Windows coding is bad. Yeah. It will fix everything for the rich. Exactly. Pretty much. Like the investors that are involved with it, them all like just basically paying each other. Prepare my rage. Anya S tier brat. Anya's not a brat. Now, Becky, she's a brat. That is the dream. Demon Lord daughter anime is Kino too, yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm down for Oshinoko, Tame, Usagi drop, in route. Oh, I'm thinking Oshinoko. Different show. You're down for it? Like I said, I don't mind either way. I was expecting wholesome, and now we're going this route kind of thing. Which it could still be wholesome in the end if it goes that route. I'm mixed on Mao. Aw. Gotta raise him young. It will be good, or it's gonna get old fast. It will be good. I love both of the shows. Only watched the Death Game and Reincarnated Hero anime so far. Oh, the Death Game one from today. Yeah, I still need to watch that one. I skimmed it, but I haven't watched it. I was shocked that they're doing the dub of Nukitashi. No, I think we heard about that a while back. Surprised it took them this long to do it. Sui's best Ingenilist girl, yeah. Slimeu. Capella, definitely best girl. Aoyuki nailed it. She nailed it. But damn creepy. I have to admit, very creepy. Anyways, let me jump over here so people can see. So we can see the hell that we're up to. Like I said earlier, it's gonna take a while, and I plan on doing multiple streams for this list. I'll probably at least 2. It's gonna take some time to get through this whole thing, but we're gonna get through it. As usual, it's gonna be the usual yap fest, talk about the shows, and just have fun fighting with each other. Which one's best girls? 230 something characters. Tackle is best girl. I'm not even gonna dance around that. That one's gonna hit S tier very quickly when we get around to that one. But it's in order of seasons, so we're gonna start off with the winter season, eventually getting into fall down here. Not many fall shows. I didn't really put many of the fall shows down here. 6-hour stream. Let's go. Love Punidu. Punidu is a kawaii Slimeu. Yesu. What's up, Andrew? Any word on when Discord will be public again? I just mainly tell people that if they want to get in with Discord, they have to know somebody and just hit me up. Kind of just taking a break from having it public, just to kind of chill, not have any drama for a little bit. GD better than Punidu. You also have to put Scarlet in S tier, otherwise she'll pulverize you. Dude, I am immune to her damage. I am immune to her damage. She will not threaten me. I'm perfectly fine. Anyways, we get started. As per usual, let me lay down the ground rules for my my best girl list. As I said, it's best girl. Doesn't mean it's best waifu. So all those people that want to start some controversy saying, oh my gosh, you put Anya in S tier? You're a pervert. It's best girl, not best waifu. Every character will have a reason why they're higher and low in the till. Sometimes I'll put a character high just because they're hot. Sometimes I'll put a character up high because they're an amazing character. Sometimes because they're super cute and their daughter that must be protected. It fluctuates based on the character. So that's my ground rules. That's the stipulations there, so nobody gets anything out of context here. If they want to, they'll get it out of context anyways. Andrew, you've seen all of these? Yes. That's the most sad part about all this. Yes. That's the sad part. What an awesome line to jump into. Oh, so getting back out of context. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I don't get out much. I don't know anybody. Well, you can hang out with us. You can hang out with us. A true otaku spirit. Yes. Yes. Hope we get bureaucratic. They didn't. No, they didn't announce another season of that one. I'd be fine with another season. I'm not like clamoring for it though. I'm not clamoring for it though. It's a good idea to take a break from social media because it's very blackpilling. That's why I can't get away from X Twitter for a while. Yeah, for the most part, I post stuff there and I barely ever interact. It is very difficult, especially as a content creator, to tell myself things aren't that big of a deal. Because it feels like anytime somebody sneezes, it's the whole joke of like, I like pancakes, and then like 50 people reply to you saying, so you hate waffles. Confirmed, quote, retweet, he hates waffles. That's literally like, that used to be a joke a long time ago because it was like these very small fights. Now it's like that magnified by billions. You say anything and it catches somebody's feed and everybody turns it into the biggest controversy, world-ending controversy. I'm convinced. Crazy call it tinfoil hat theory. I'm convinced that big tech is botting us to fight with each other. I'm convinced that there's overseas people trying to get us to literally destroy ourselves with hatred by botting things to make it seem like it's a bigger deal than it actually is. So if something is hitting somebody's feed, they're going to dogpile on it with bots that all agree with this. This is a horrible thing. How dare you go KYS? I'm convinced. That's why most of the time when I see something hit my feed and it looks like it's got a lot of engagement, half the time I expect that all of it's fake. I don't even believe anything anymore. But anyways, we're getting tier list. Best girl. Best girl. Best girl tier list. Let me zoom in. We got to zoom back in so we can actually see where we're placing this stuff. Bug Girl. We're kicking things off with soul leveling. Second season. Bug Girl. She should have been in the show more. The moment that I seen her, I thought she was like the best character ever because she looked like a bug girl. But unfortunately, Bora doesn't really show up in the show much. But I don't expect any more of her. I was about to say, I hope that we get more of her, but I'm like, I don't expect anything with female characters in soul leveling. The writer just does not care about his female characters. Like, literally, the best girl of the entire show is Larisu. Laridu? What do you call her? Larisu or something like that? Essel here. She's literally like the coolest character, and then I'm assuming that we'll never see her again. But even though she's like literally best girl of the show. We'll probably get some more of Cha, though. Cha's okay so far. Essel is S tier. Yeah, because she wanted a joyous party. Like, she literally offered a joyous party. But our poor main character literally does not care about female characters or any females around him. So he just goes, no, I gotta go level up. Peace out. I'm out of here. People just farming engagement since Twitter pays for it. I mean, that's, again, everything. Literally everything pays for engagement. Twitter is just the easiest one to get a lot of it really quickly. And yes, in a lot of cases, bought it. Nice nature, best girl. I'm kidding around referencing a legend, but Mari is best girl. I think so too. Plus, all of YouTube comments are starting to get so negative. Yeah. That's why it's hard for me to even keep up on YouTube comments anymore. There's so many damn comments hitting my feed. Most people get drowned out. Like, I tell most people, like, if you feel like I'm not engaging with you on YouTube, please hit me up directly. I don't always answer immediately, but I'm fine with people contacting me. Just expect that it might take a long time for me to get back to you. Even Twitter, like, I used to be able to reply to people that were, you know, commenting on my X feed. Now it's like, it's so much. It's just so much. Live chat's actually the best way to get a hold of me. People got to come to my live chat. I love talking to people on here. Live got me totally surprised. Vest for the new year. Yeah. I'm trying to go live every single Wednesday. It might shift to Thursday at some point. Cause isn't Oshinoko? Yeah, Oshinoko's a Wednesday show. It might shift to Thursday at some point. We'll see as the season starts to kick off where I'm gonna actually have my live stream. But I want to go at least live once a week, and I'm really liking doing evening just because it seems like there's more people active in the evening. I might go back and forth between during the day and evening just because I know a lot of people are like more east, and thus this is like literally like way too early in the morning for them. That's assuming YouTube doesn't just black hole your comment or whatever reason, or if that or the channel itself just mutes you. I've been a year and Andrew finally responded to me. What? So it's been a year. You're joking about New Year's. You better be joking about New Year's. I haven't seen you in a year. I haven't seen you since last year. That's the joke. I haven't seen you since last year. Agreed, especially for the abridged. And it's 4 in the morning. Well, that's good for you because it's going to kick off your day, right? I think it is Wednesday. Yeah. It's funny. I've never seen Sister Leveling. I barely ever look at abridged stuff. I just don't find abridged stuff to be very that interesting to me. So I haven't even seen the Sister Leveling thing. And it's so funny because everybody just keeps yapping about it. I've never seen it before. Oh, it was a quote? What did you quote? Oh, you did quote it. What were you quoting? I completely missed the joke. I'm sorry. I completely missed the joke. Finished Darwin episode 1. It reminds me of Spider-Man, but I like the angry Peter. Spider-Man? I get. Yeah, I can't. I'm okay. I kind of see where you're going with that. I kind of see where it connects a little bit there. Cheddar makes a great point. I try to have conversations with people on super old videos, and suddenly none of my replies appear. I think YouTube blocks words. It thinks they're advertising. Yeah, that's the problem with, like, there's so much botting as well that a lot of stuff is more strict about what it views. Like, we have to end up being more strict about how we say things because of bots. Like, just the idea of being able to link somebody something. Of course, a lot of people have link blocks on their stuff. You're not allowed to link things. Why? Because bots. Bots screw up everything. Naruto has a solid unhinged version? A bridge version or unhinged version? I don't think I've ever heard of an unhinged version. Let's see. Sakamoto Days characters. I just like her because her Seiyu. I have to admit that I really agree with Sakamoto that if this girl was in front of me, I would stop being whatever I'm being if she desires it. Like, if you want me to stop killing people, sure, yes ma'am. If you want me to do this, yes ma'am. I would drop my entire career for this girl just because of her Seiyu. It's still kind of the B territory. Still B territory. Lou is her name, I think. Yeah, Lou I don't really care too much about. I thought I would really like her character, but especially part 2, she wasn't really that present, question mark? Wait, did she go to the exams? Did Lou go to the exams? I don't remember her going to the exams. Was she even in the show in season 2? Or part 2. I don't even remember. Like, I legit don't even remember her being in season 2, part 2. But did part 1 air this year? I guess if part 1 aired this year, that was last year. I don't know. Anyways, she's still boring. the chainsaw briefcase girl I really like, but I just don't know much about her character. I like to have more of her, but she's kind of a B character. Yeah. No, she didn't go. Okay, yeah, because the whole idea there was that they were like already. He never went to the exams. Sakamoto never went to the exams, but he was in it, so he just went through the exams. And the other guy was already in, but he just retakes the exams. So they technically both assassins already, but they're retaking it. Anyways. Oh, Saragi best girl. She crazy. Now, Apothecary girls, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Because these are all basically... Are any of these not S tier? Okay, let's get this out of the way. Yeah. There is one character that would not be S tier, and I only put it in here just so I can do this. That doesn't work that way. I hate that doesn't work that way. We're going to change this to trash. We're going to have our first character in trash, and she goes right in there. There's only one one character I can put in trash, and it's going to be her. What was her name? Shinmei. Shinmei was trash. She's absolute trash. I mean, she's an okay rote character. I mean, she is a good rote character. Don't get me wrong. She's just trash as a person. She's a trash human being. That's why she's down there. Except Mao Mao and maybe someone else for A. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this spoiler. I guess I could handle it in a certain way. I handled it a certain way last time. I guess I can handle it again this way. So I'll do that. You all know what the spoiler is. I'm going to handle it the same way I did last time. But anyways, Gyokyo is S tier. Well, in this season, she wasn't really present. She's still an S tier character just because of the first season. But she wasn't really present much this season, so that... Not that it really docks her down for me. She's still an incredible character. I absolutely love her. She's absolutely pure. I love how she messes with Mao Mao and Jinchi. Like, every time Jinchi and Mao Mao are around her, she messing with things. She trying to get something stirred up, and I love her for that. Lihua. I demand a storyline with Lihua where it's not her being tortured by somebody. I was so excited to get back into this girl in season 2 because in season 1 she was nasty. She got messed up because of it. She became a very beautiful person after that. And in season 2, we finally focus on her again. And it's her being betrayed by somebody that she absolutely adores. And it's like, can this girl have a happy arc? That's all I'm asking for Lihua. Please, let her be happy for one arc. Damn, she's smack. Smack up. Smack up. I was like, yes, smack a girl. She's great, though. I love Lihua. Lihua is great. We had a brief moment of Li Shu. Because I think in the season 2, Li Shu had the arc where... with the mirror. She had the mirror. Which I kind of felt was a little bit lacking. It had a powerful end to that arc. That was it 2 episodes? But even an episode. It had a really powerful end to it. But I kind of wish they would do a little bit more with her character. Because Li Shu is easily the most tragic of all of the girls in the Rear Palace. Because of her age. The fact that she's been brought back there before. Sent out, brought back in. This girl's like literally has no life. Isolation that she has. I kind of want to see. I want to see more happiness for her as well. I'm gonna put her in A for now because I need more. I need more of her. I definitely need more of her. Someone sadistic with her. Luhan's S tier because she's plot armor. Plot armor. So Lolan, again, kind of dancing around here. Shoot, how do I do this? I'm starting to kind of wonder how I'm going to do this. Screw it. If you have not watched Apothecary Diaries, please go watch it. But if you have not watched Apothecary Diaries, let me see. You're not going to want to listen to... You're going to want to mute this until I start moving this character again. Okay? It's a good story, so I don't want to spoil things. That's all I'm saying. Until I move this character right here, don't listen. Anyways, now that the spoiler warning's out of the way, I absolutely loved Lolan and / Shisui's character. I really kind of just call her Shisui at this point because the way that kind of flowed in, it's Shisui. Shisui's character, in the end, turned out to be one of my favorites of the story. I think that she, early on as the character that's just there and what's her identity, I think I picked it up pretty quickly that she was going to be somebody important, but to that extent was the more interesting part. I absolutely adored her early on as just a fun character that shouldn't be there. And then as it built into her story as Lolan, damn, it took a while to really build up. It really did took a while to really build up, but once it finally got into it and it got into her resolve to finally step forward, stop being a puppet, finally step up against her mother, and really kind of just take over, and also at the same time, unfortunately, take responsibility for her family. It was way too powerful. The dance scene at the very end kind of ended all. I loved it. I loved all of it. I loved it to death. I think, again... Yeah, I think she takes the top. I mean, obviously besides Mao Mao's character overall, I think of all the characters, even Gyokyo and Li Hua, all those characters, I really do like her story the most. I mean, she was an entire story arc, so that kind of makes sense, but... Yeah, S tier. And I'll put Shisui up here. They're both S tier. Easy. I guess I could do this for those that are muting. I didn't actually intend it to go that way. I didn't want to intend it to go that way. Anyways, the old lady, didn't really get much of her. She's fine. I did like her in the first season. She's kind of there, doing her thing. Grumpy old lady. I'll put her in B. Mao Mao. Interesting things happen in season 2 for Mao Mao. I think finally sort of getting her seemingly acknowledging Jinchi somewhat. I'm still not sold on her and Jinchi, but Jinchi's character has improved a lot for me. But I think the big awakening moment for this season for Mao Mao's character was finally understanding why she's so disconnected. Because she's goofy, she's weird. But to kind of finally see why she's so emotionally disconnected was the most fascinating part about this season. Really intrigued me for her character. Not just being a trope, that her personality's that way, but really seeing that there is a trauma, like, deep-rooted in her that makes her not want to connect with people. The frog. Shut up. Shut up, the frog. Yes, she's connecting to Jinchi and his frog. Connecting to Jinchi and his frog. Son deserves all the good girl pats for being such a dedicated student. I'm kind of sad that she's gone. Oh, do you have pictures of Lolan and Shisui? Both same character. Cover your ears, lol. I'm here for 100 girlfriends. It's going to be a while before we get to 100 girlfriends. Wait, no, it's next. Never mind. I was, for some reason, thinking it was spring. It's winter. Never mind. Our favorite waifu. It was Ghost Stories episode of first notice Shisui's character identity. I'd be tied to Mama as my favorite. Nice. like I said, I think besides Mao Mao is obviously being like a lot of why I originally got into the series because of how goofy she is, her seiyuu and everything. Um, Shishui's character definitely is up there. It's a really good story. Definitely cemented the second season as being my favorite, one of my favorites of the year. Then when Andrews gets distracted and doesn't read all the comments. Did I miss something? I'm trying not to read a lot of these comments because some people were commenting on the thing that I just avoided saying on the stream earlier. That was the only reason I watched the show. Xiaolin. I for some reason always kind of like overthink how to say Xiaolin's name. Xiaolin, yeah, I did like her dedication to learning, loving them bringing the schooling and whatnot into the palace itself, but kind of sad that she's kind of got shipped off. I think the moment they kind of mentioned the fact that she's going to have to, like, leave, I'm like, no, find her somebody else to serve and work under. Find her somebody else to serve and work under. She's just a bundle of, like, happiness. In a very, like, cutthroat location, she's just a bundle of happiness. I'll put her in B. I think there's still plenty of rooms to kind of build her up. But she right now, she's just kind of she's a little bundle of happiness. And the last one, Surie. Surie, she's sort of an extension of other characters. I didn't really find... She had a good story in the first season, or not a good story, but she had a decent introduction in the first season, but... I don't know. I'm not like too... I don't know. I'm trying to think of how much I cared for her as her own character. I don't really necessarily think that I'm... She's a good story, but I don't think I'm really that connected to her as a character alone. I'm going to put her next to Zalin. You see, the letters were heartbreaking. The letter was heartbreaking. Don't remind me of the letter. The letter. Shut up. Yeah, Yuki Aoi Sama is my favorite seiyuu. Begot Phantom. Yeah, I think everything that Ao Yuki does, I am like, yeah, totally sold on it. No, I'm not gonna say the number. I'm not young enough to say the number. I'm not young enough to say that number. For Dr. Stone characters, is that all the Apothecary? I feel like I'm missing a character from Apothecary Diaries. I mean, there was the old lady from the clinic. Anshi? Was it Anshi or whatever? The Empress Dowager? It was Anshi, right? I put her, like, holy crap, her story, dude. I'd almost say that I would want to put her in S tier, but maybe A tier. A plus, maybe. Her story was so, like... It's unsettling, but at the same time so well told. Like, they pulled off telling something that is extremely uncomfortable, but at the same time makes perfect sense for the setting. And really gets into, like, how screwed up some of these people are in the head. But yet, still, from that, coming out strong. She's good. Way good character. Ando wasn't in the season, really. She popped up at some point for them to bring, like, all the asylum seekers, basically. But she wasn't really present. Anyways, that's Apothecary Diaries. Dr. Stone. I didn't really include characters from Dr. Stone. There's a ton of characters. I don't really want to get into them. I just got the important ones, which is obviously Best Girl right here. And since her story, she literally was like the best episode of the season. That has, for me personally, has been kind of weak for me. But her episode was absolutely incredible, so it brought her up a lot. I mean, she's always been super cute, and you just want her to be happy, but... Her little episode, not really a little episode, her moment was super good. Like, I was cheering her on. Anyways. 100 Girlfriends characters. Time for the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 really Love You episode. Or moment. They're all S tier. I didn't think I was going to have to disappoint What the Fan Art this early. Am I seriously going to upset What the Fan Art this early? No, they're not all S tier. I need some time with some of them, I'm guessing, because they're not all S tier for me. Mama Hahari. Hahari, I adore. She is some of the best laughs of the show. But she's not a best girl for me. She is definitely the life of the house most of the time, but she is not best girl for me. She's an SSSSS. If everyone is S, no one is S. That is true. Good point, Sobel. That's the best argument for all these people that want everything in S tier. Only 3 of them are S tier. The maid was a shocking one. Like it broke a taboo. The maid broke a taboo? Question mark. Only S is Nano, Karane, and Shizuka. I agree with you on 2 of those. I agree on 2 of those. The first 2 girls are S tier. Nice emote, facepalm. Dude, I love my emotes on Twitch. I wish a lot of those I can get on. Well, the animated ones I want on YouTube. I'm actually planning on doing a lot of upgrading on my setup on Twitch specifically for interaction stuff. And maybe eventually, not that I want people to move off of YouTube. I want them to watch on whatever platform they can, but just do some more interacting based stuff on YouTube. Blurps and stuff, redeemables. Karane better than Hahari, better than Hakari. Hakari and Hahari. I do love Hahari more than Hakari. I do agree with that one. Anyways, Hakari is... I love how stupid... I mean, she's like mother, like daughter. I love how, like, stupid, thirsty, and chunky Hakari is. But I don't really necessarily like her overall. Senpai! What'd you do, Senpai? Dude... What the fan art? Stop. You can't start super chatting me just because I don't pick your things right. Don't start that, what the fan art. The girls are all $EXX rank. Oh, okay. My brain was in super chat mode and I'm like, $ what? EX? Like EX skill? Like extreme rank? Yes, they're all in the $EX rank. I agree. What the fan art. Thank you for the 10 though. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. That's the best part. Felt like I was doing nothing. They did very little with Kukuri. I think that was mainly because they were so focused on pulling in so many new girls. I mentioned this when I was getting into my reviews and impressions and top lists and everything with 100 Girlfriends Season 2. Is I'm now finally seeing that Season 2 of getting too many character syndrome, which is something I was afraid of at the very beginning. How do you have 100 female characters with the main character and it still not feel like we're having to check with everybody and their opinion on things? They did very well of kind of segregating to have moments with each one of them. But whenever it comes to a group, you're already seeing characters getting lost. And Kukuri was one. And there's a good reason for that. As I've stated several times, Kusuri is a havoc creator. She's a chaos creator. That's why I'm saying Kukuri, because you said Kukuri. I'm saying Kusuri. Kusiri is as a chaos creator. Whenever she is the focus, she's going to present a potion that will cause chaos. In this season, we had the whole, like, not gender swap. They had the whole, de-aging thing. Made them into babies. She's a chaos creator. So if she's ever present, my fault. If she's ever present, it's funny because that happens to me all the time where I'll see something spelled a certain way and I can't not keep saying it. I've done that for entire video recordings and had to delete it because I realize when I'm editing, I'm saying the name wrong. Sometimes I'll keep it in there and let people complain, but sometimes it's like, damn, she's a chaos breaker, she's a chaos creator, and thus she can't be present too much because that's her shtick, is throwing a potion in there. But yeah, like I said before, that's sort of the problem with all of them. They're all kind of now starting to get lost. Like, Karane, especially this season, got backseated for the most part until the very end, and then they gave her an arc. But she's been unfortunately backseated for a long time. She's been the Tsundere character. But yeah, Karane is obviously best girl. She's my best girl the entire show. It's no shock to anybody. It's been a while now. Ever since the very beginning, Karane has always been my favorite character. I actually, like, fell in love with her Seiyu too. Because now every time I hear her Seiyu in another role, I'm like, oh, it's Karane. There's Karane. She's back again. I love her to death. Imagine the manga. We're at spoiler now. Thank you. Thank you for spoiler. It's not really a spoiler, but it's kind of a spoiler. You present him with the Gunner energy, and he's locked in the gamer lingo energy. Shizuka, though. Shizuka, especially this season, unlike a lot of the other characters, where I'm saying that a lot of them are starting to get drowned out, Shizuka shined. Shizuka actually shined. Like, what was it, like? At least 2 stories was Shizuka. Like, she was, like, the focal. Like, the whole baseball segment where literally they made fun of her and made her upset. They go crazy. And then you have, like, the whole karaoke scene where she literally blows everybody away with how cute she is. She was absolutely adorable. She literally, this season, Shizuka for this season, she kind of dethroned Karane for me. As much as I still want to say Karane is still best girl, I can't doubt that Shizuka kind of dethroned her. Because she just had every scene that Shizuka was in, she was like, she stole it. Absolutely stole it. She's way too adorable. Yeah, we had Scroll Shizuka with her chewing method. We had Bunny Shizuka. We had, like, literally every type of Shizuka. Just Us Mew, thank you so much for the super. Just dropping a small dono. I'm currently watching your Mushoku Tensei novel analysis videos. Even though I'm caught up on the light novel, I'm enjoying it. So we're into stuff that you're not into, right? Because yeah, we've been out of the light novels for a while now. We've gone into the realm of the web novels. We've finally gotten to the realm of the web novels, stuff that hasn't been published yet in light novel format. But I appreciate the support. I really do. I think the Mushoku Monday, saga has been like a really fun series that I've been enjoying a lot, and really appreciate a lot of people's support during the entire journey. But thank you. I appreciate the support. Honestly, I think she is the best at being the glue, bringing everybody together. Can y'all hear my dog snoring? It probably doesn't pick up. I'm not farting. I'm just saying I'm not farting. It was my dog snoring. Yuki? She's such a loud snorer. She's like part pit, so she's got the whole scrunched up nose thing, and so whenever she gets to snoring, she's loud. What about the Komi character? She was magical of shadow arts. Huh? Nano? Yeah, everyone will do anything for her. The idol girl, I'm convinced eventually this girl is going to end up in the group. And somebody told me that there's a good chance that she wouldn't be. But I'm like, if anything, because of like how absolutely hot she is and how great her fan service is, and how in the anime it seems like they're even adding scenes for her, I'm thinking they'll eventually put her in the manga. They will eventually put her in the manga. I don't really have any context to go with her, but she is hot as hell. So we need to get the hot idol girl to join the harem eventually. Figure there'll be 100 girlfriends to the point with every different type trope. Still haven't seen most unique one of yet of in anime. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious if because I think when I originally seen the concept of 100 girlfriends, I was like, yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense, and I good luck to the writer in actually pulling that off. But I kind of wonder if I could technically. I don't think it'd be difficult to make 100 tropes or 100 concepts of characters. Because again, we've already had like, I think the only problem that I think the writer ran into early is that they combined tropes with certain characters. Like Kusudi is technically like 2 different tropes added to one. She's got the body shifting and medicine, or chemistry or whatever. So he has kind of combined some tropes. But I think I can easily make 100 different types of tropey characters. I should try it one time. We should have a stream where I try to make 100 girlfriends. So you know Ruby's Seiyu. Yeah, I seem to remember that I recognized her Seiyu. What about the Demon Girl Next Door? Which one? Like the show Demon Girl Next Door? Figure they'll be able to 100 at this point. I read that already. Have fun. Say hi to AI Chris and best year, everyone. All right, take care, Duhalt. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Can we even name that many tropes? Like I said, I could probably make a list. Just it wouldn't be like literally listing the tropes because it's not just tropes, it's archetypes, really. It's archetypes and tropes. That's really what they're designing the characters based off. They're archetypes and tropes. Because some of them are tropes, or some of them are archetypes like Tsundere. Some of them are tropes like, you know, the chemist girl. Imagine having that every 100 girlfriends you make, every different skin color, Andrew. Do you have to design them too? Dude, yeah, good luck with the seiyus, though. I guess it's easy to get that many seiyus. I mean, shonens do it all the time. Shonens have hundreds of characters. I mean, when they went to go bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, they were talking about a shortage of staffers because the seiyus were all tied up with that one, which I think is a BS thing. The idea they were short on seiyus because Bleach had so many characters in the show was like the biggest BS thing I've ever heard of, because most of those characters recorded like one line. And so they went into a booth for like 2 seconds, record a line, and walked out the door. It wasn't like suddenly no other show could hire a Seiyu because Bleach had everybody coming into the recording office. That was probably one of the funniest things I ever read. Iku. Again, I adore her Seiyu. I absolutely love her. But she's easily probably my least liked character of the show. She was not... I just don't like that archetype. I really don't. I like her, like, gambare nature, but I just don't like the whole, like, I need to be hit every 2 seconds. Like, her joke got old so fast. And I knew it would. I think she's, like, C for me. Like, the only thing that carries her is her Seiyu. Iku is B for butt. Slap me in the butt with a baseball bat. Like I said, does web novel bring more content? Well, yeah, because, like, redundancy is content that was not in the original storyline that is short stories brought into a novel format. So he's done a lot of side stories and redundancies where he brings them all into a cohesive story for one release. So yeah. Eventually we'll get a redundancy 4 and redundancy 5, and they'll have all these extra stories. Really more than Kusudi. Really, Andrew, more than Kusudi, who I think is worse? Yes. Yes. Different taste, right? Different taste, right? I don't know how Side Games has so many seiyus for the Uma Musume universe. I mean, because you have technically all these agencies, these big agencies, they have hundreds of people on staff. Hundreds of people that they call up. Imagine entering the booth and saying Kusu and just leave. That's 100% exactly it. That's exactly it. You just come in there and say, like, what? Something happened? And that's it. That's all their job. Their whole, like, there was characters like that in Bleach. Just a random shot over to a character we haven't seen him forever. They're not really relevant to the current storyline, but they have to react to, I mean, during the 1,000-Year Blood War, having like the whole collapse happening, and suddenly it shuts over to somebody that's in, the Soul Society, and they're like, what? And that was literally their only line. That was literally their only line in the entire season, was just them going, oh no, what's going on? Is there more redundancy? Yeah, they have. He's currently working on 4. It says at the end of 4, or it says at the end of 3. I'm working on 4. But yeah, there's only web novel version now. Or no, they don't have a redundancy web novel version for 4 yet. It's just, again, side stories that he hasn't compiled yet. Kurumi. I like Kurumi more than Iku, but equally also I'm not, like, super sold on yet. I got a kick out of the idea of a Fudere. But again, another character that she just doesn't stand out. Like, she legitimately, by design, she doesn't stand out. I got a kick out of the fact that technically when when Kanane got fixed temporarily, it led to her having to kind of step up at the straight man, but she very much so kind of just bled in the background once she got introduced. She got a chapter cut, unfortunately. Yeah, I seem to remember that was the segment where she went to the diner, right? Was it a diner? I think I know what you're talking about. I kind of assumed they were going to have that next season. I've read a Bleach and ODT since I was reading online. I didn't realize it wasn't light novel. Yeah. A lot of people believe that ODT will never end up in redundancy, but I kind of assume it will. Oblige will definitely probably end up in a light novel. Next is Kusudi. Hold on. What the fan art's mad at me again? What the fan art? Andrew, you'll do a review for each and every episode of Chain Soldier Season 2? No. No. And it'll be within an hour of the episode airing? No. And Mon will now be Masochist Mondays for Deep Dive? No, I'm not. I mean, we'll see if it's a good, if season 2 is like incredible, like a couple people were saying, like this is gonna be like the season where the story kicks off. If it surprises me and suddenly it's interesting, maybe, but no, I don't foresee covering Chain Soldier. I don't know if there's gonna be enough to really talk about to cover it. Like, it's already hard enough to really talk about ecchi shows as a video. One, because you have to be very careful what you say, because YouTube gets mad at you and they start limiting your ad revenue, and then you start getting in trouble and they slap your channel, whatever. It's already hard enough to get YouTube to accept my videos, but then I also have to have something to talk about. I actually have to have something to talk about. But thanks for the 22 smackers. Thanks for the 22 smackers. You're not gonna bribe me into covering the show, though. There'll be enough to cover. It has to be. Well, you don't want anything covered up in that show. That's the problem, right? Kusuri is, again, another character that kind of got a little bit, shine out of the picture for the season, but I still really like her. Again, I think Kusuri creates the most interesting episodes. Every time she pulls out some potion, she breaks the story and things get wild. Again, you have a baby episode. You have a, crazy, concoction that turns into a hair tentacle monster that attacks everybody. She just breaks things. And I find it... She gave us literally one of the funniest episodes of season 1. What was the funniest episode of season 1? Hands down, the kissing zombies. That was legit the funniest episode. It was thanks to her. It was thanks to her. She made that episode. I got a kick out of her. What's your favorite anime though? Overall, all anime? I don't remember. It used to be Hanasaki Roha for the longest time, and that was just because a personal thing. It was the perfect anime at the perfect time for me, and it helped me. I think since then, I don't know. I don't want to say Evangelion, but Evangelion's definitely up there for me. Somebody's got to help me. I made a whole video on it. Oh no. Was it Shogun Roku Monogatari series? One of those? Oh, I don't think I ever actually... I've done a top 10 list, but I don't think I actually ordered it. There's Dangers in My Heart's in there, Monogatari series, Spice and Wolf, Frieren, Bungo Stray Dogs, Rezero, Evangelion, Mushoku Tensei, Shogun Roku Rakugo Shinju, and Nishijo is in there currently. Takabi's Original Sin's probably going to end up having to force somewhere in there at some point. I'm going to give it some time, but I think it's going to end up in my top 10 list of all time. Just popping to say hi, Andrew. Also, Nazuna-chan, best girl of 2025. She's a contender. But thanks for dropping in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. The answer should be obvious. High School DxD. What does that have to do with... Oh, my top 10 list. No. What the fed? No. Get out of here. Shut up with that. I did nowhere near my list. Nowhere. Not even in the top 100. I'm sorry. High School DxD is not even in the top 100. No, I don't think it's even in the top 100. It might be. Obviously, it's Monogatari series. Dude, I can make an argument for Monogatari series because it's just such an interesting series overall. In so many different ways. Crazy that Takapi isn't top 10 anime for after finishing vid. Like I said, I want to give it some time. I want to give it a little bit of a breather, but it's probably going to end up being in there. I think I even said in my video that's going to probably be in there. Have I seen Taru? No, I've seen part of it. I've tried both Index and Railgun very briefly, and I haven't gotten a chance to finish them. Handling business on this late night. Well, take care, man. Be safe. Obviously, it's Yurikuma Arashi. Dude, I tried with Yurikuma Arashi. I really did. May, she's cute, but she's definitely not, up there for me. She's got some fun moments, though. May's also kind of one that I need to get a little bit more of. She's cute, but, again, by design, she's not supposed to be present, so she's not even there. She's barely even there. Mimi was fun, but also another one that I kind of need a little bit more time on. Nano, of all of them, I think was the weakest for me. I don't really like her archetype. I'm not a big fan of her archetype. But I have to admit, like, she had some really good moments in season 2. Like, of all the characters, I think Nano really did shine a lot more in season 2. And that's really around the fact that she's, like, at most points, she's coupled with Shizuka. Not Shizuka. Yeah, Shizuka. Most of the time, she's actually coupled with Shizuka. And so I like this whole, like, I like this Nano Shizuka thing, where it's almost like the two of them are a thing. Like, there's a Yuri thing between the two of them, like, in my own headcanon. So season 2 definitely brought her up for me, but she's still, like, she probably just outpaced, Hakari for me, and took over from Hakari. Yeah, I don't typically like Nano's, the cool kudere type of archetype. I usually find it very boring. The cool types. Kiss of Biohazard. Yes, it was Kiss Biohazard. I love how Hakari and Kanane just kind of forgot about Rentaro as soon as they started making out. They've done that multiple times, even then at night, back at her place, just going at it between the two of them. They hate each other so much, but they're always going at it. Basically dating each other. As they act like they don't like each other. She's S tier Nanodesu. Yeah, the whole, like, was it the competition that she was on? She was great. And that's all the 100 girlfriends? Is that all the 100 girlfriends? I actually got through them all. And it's sad to see, yeah, pretty much all the new introduced characters are just... I didn't sell them on me. Again, that's kind of how I felt when I was watching the show, is that I feel like with Season 2, all the characters they introduced, they didn't quite stand out like the original group. Like, the OG Season 1 characters are just so good that it's hard for these new characters to really stand out for me. Again, we'll see in Season 3. Season 3, hopefully they'll kind of, have some moments to build them up. Absolute best reference in 100 Girlfriends was Shaolin Soccer, the baseball game in Season 2. That was a really good episode. I typically don't like baseball episodes, but, like, they, like, tied in a bunch of crap, like Dragon Ball and crap. It was fun. I did enjoy it. I'm married to the girl I hate in my class. I really didn't like Akane. She was easily, like, she's an example of a bad tsundere. Like, I typically love tsundere characters. Akane was not a well-wrote tsundere. She's like old school, unappealing, and irredeemable tsundere. They're just violent, and you're supposed to accept they're going to be the main love interest. Didn't care for her. Now, the Gyaru character, I really liked her. Himari, I kind of liked her. She was definitely a lot better than Akane, and I kind of wanted her to be the love interest in the end. Obviously, best girl is Shisei. Shisei was easily best girl. Like, at some point I realized the only reason I was watching this damn show was Shisei. I was just waiting for the next part where Shisei would pop up and bite his neck, or want to play a game, or claim that she knows everything about him because of his smell. Like, just based on his smell, she knows something's going on with him because she knows him so well. Shisei was literally, like, the best part of the show. The baby episode was really funny, yes. It was pretty much one of those, they held nothing back. They're like, we're gonna go there. Not gonna I like her, but the little sister is the true yeah, 100%. Oh, this sister? Like the guy's sister or Akane's sister? Which one are you talking about? I kind of like this sister too. I liked Akane's sister. She was just a little more. She was a little more forward and trying to do. I think my only problem with her sister, Maho, the only problem I have with her sister is that it's the way they presented her story was kind of weak. Like, I we're trying way too hard. Like I typically I kind of go with this whole concept where I'm trying to take the bullet. They didn't present it well enough. It really just kind of turned into sort of this fantasy fulfillment kind of thing. Andrew doesn't like tsundere. I love tsundere characters, not Akane. I love tsundere characters, but not Akane. Nanaseiyu is also alpha. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Although the kid's sister character is in this, and her best moment, how long have you been here, appears in bed since the dawn of human civilization. No, I like the fact that she goes over to investigate this noise at the house, and she's literally going through every room, and all she wants to do is find their underwear so she can sniff them. It's just like, she just wants to know where their underwear is at. And in the end, we find out it's literally just her making the noise. So she's literally coming there to investigate something she already knows the answer to. It was literally one of the best bits of the entire show, was her trying to figure out what's scaring Akane. And it's her. It's Shiro 2.0. She was legit Shiro 2.0. Literally. Tsundere's our life. I don't know, some weaker Dede type. There's some weaker Dede types. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody has their own little pick there. Mio. Mio from my Happy Marriage. Definitely much stronger in this season than previous seasons. Obviously, seeming like she's trying to finally step forward for once and not be a burden. I think she's a solid A. I think she's a very beautiful character. The show itself, it's kind of ups and downs for me. Like, sometimes I'm like, this is really good. It's kind of developing things really well. Then sometimes it's like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not that invested in the show sometimes. But she was definitely much stronger this year. Senpai. 31. Sergio Donna, thank you for the 31 months, dude. Has it been that long? Every time somebody has a new month on the schedule, it's like, it's been going on for that. It's boggled my mind every now and then how long I've been doing YouTube. Can we do Medalist next? Inori and her best frenemy. For some reason, I was reading that forever, and for some reason, frenemy. And the cat girl, so I can go back to rewatch Slayers. Dang, watching Slayers? God, I want to watch Slayers right now. I guess we can do Medalist. Poor What the Fan Art has been eagerly waiting for me to do Elena, but we're going to apparently do Medalist first. Some months I don't... No, yeah, I got to go check to see what was the highest one, but there's... Yeah, we're getting up there. I think we have a 36-month one. I need to make more... I need to make more badges. All right. Emma was our first one. Emma is, I think, the first time I realized that I'm cheering for the wrong people, because I think Emma was the first case where we really had a character development that was going up against Inori. And so that's why I think, like, makes Emma's character so special. Emma's character has a lot to do with, if I remember correctly, she was the one that had a growth spurt. She's dealing with pains from growth spurts, because obviously these kids at their age, some are going to go with that kind of stuff, and that stuff obviously affects them physically in their performing. It's a girl that's kind of going through that whole bit, and it's really impacting her. But yeah, this was the first case where I'm like, hell yeah, I'm so happy for my girl, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be cheering for Inori, damn it. I just was so happy for this girl, succeeding when she did. But no, I love her. I probably put her in like the A area. I don't want to say that she's quite up in S tier. Hopefully we get more of her. But I do really love Emma's character. She was great. Very beautiful character. I don't think there's really a question. Like, she's gonna go straight to S. Like, literally one of the reasons why I love Medalist as much as I do, why it's in my top 10 of the year, and why I think everybody should watch Medalist is Inori's character. The why Inori. Why Medalist is so special is because Inori is the type of character that everybody says that she can't do it. It's an underdog story. Inori is an underdog story. She started too late. It took forever to really finally get permission from her mother, or at least to confront her mother. And now she's starting late, and everybody's telling her she can't do it, but she's overcoming. What makes her unique and special is the fact that despite constantly seeing that she is full of anxiety and literally breaking inside, is that she's always like this bright joy on the rink. Like, she goes out there, she puts on this biggest smile. It absolutely captures you. You can't help but smile at the same time that she's smiling, and it just looks like she enjoys what she's doing. She's just precious. She must be protected. Smollett must be protected. Will I cry in Medalist? Yeah. I mean, it depends on what kind of person you are. I don't cry much, and it got me emotional. I barely ever cry watching shows, and it got me emotional. I don't remember if I ever got tears, but I did get like, ugh. I did definitely get oofed. She and her trainer together, underdogs. Yeah, because he's the same situation. He sees her. She sees himself in her. That he started late. Andrea, I want to say that you don't have the other S character. I guess if you're talking, I forget what her name is. Her rival, Inori's rival. I didn't really feel like I had much to say about her because we really haven't got too much into her. I mean, she's a rival character, and Inori's chasing after her, but I don't feel like we have enough that I would want to rank her. She's probably like a B for me right now. Yeah, she's not much of a focus yet. Inori's chasing her, and she's incredible. I think we got more about her trainer than her, really, so far. And I guess you could sort of co-op the two of them together. Depends on if you're thinking kind of guy who cries from wholesomeness. Yeah, it's just like seeing somebody's struggles and seeing them break down. And I think the whole segment with the mother, that was it. I think the initial moment where she's trying to plead for her mother to let her join was a big one, but I think the one that hit me the most early on was the moment that the mother apologized to her. When she succeeded and the mother confronted her, Inori and told her that she was sorry that she wasn't supporting her, and she broke down. that one hurt. That one absolutely hurt, because again, a lot of it was like, she was afraid for her daughter. It makes sense. She was afraid for her daughter, but at the same time, she finally seen how much her daughter glowed. And she wanted to tell her daughter, I'm so sorry that I was, basically holding you back, telling you no, having my own fears dictate what you can and cannot do. It's just like, mama's mad. Mama's upset. She's crying. I'm crying now. Not gonna lie, only anime cry hard was Clannad and Violet Evergarden. The first anime that really, absolutely wrecked me was Air TV. Air TV Goal, I think, was the first time I ever, got beat up. Or was it Tenchi Muyo the movie? Whichever one I watched first. It might have been Tenchi Muyo in Love. That ending beat me up as a kid. I was like cartoons can make you cry. Why am I crying right now? Tenchi Muyo in Love was actually really good. Compared to most Tenchi Muyo, it was a really good story. I cried 7 times, I think. Happy tears. It is definitely a happy tears show. Not gonna lie, only anime we didn't see much of her. Yeah. In season 2, I want to see the Uma Musume join the cast. Horse girl. What the fan art? Stop. Uma Musume on ice? Uma on ice. Just call it Uma on ice. Okay, I don't agree, but I can see from she's already best friendo. Yeah, she is. Again, it's all rival thing. I like the rival thing. I hope we get more of her because of that. And she's pushing Inori to not be afraid in such a fast way. I do like that they're not a typical rivalry. 100% agree. I love that they're not a typical rivalry where it just feels like it's forcing them to be angry at each other. Like, ooh, you're pathetic. They were kind of doing that with the boy for the longest time. He was kind of filling that goal or that role. But I like that they really quickly kind of established that they're supporting each other. They're rivals. They're competing against each other, but they're supporting each other. They're holding each other up. Like, she sees how hard Inori's working, and she wants to support it. The last one that I had in the list, though, was cute little cat girl. Cute little Mickey. Cute little Mickey. She is absolutely adorable. She's absolutely adorable. I don't know if I want to put her in S, but she's like so like wanting to fight for there. Like, she's so freaking cute. I love her. Like, she's literally like one of the funniest moments of the show. Was like this whole moment where it feels like it's literally the meme. I think I even made a clip of it. It's like the whole like this is how it started, and it shows her. She's super confident on the rank, and then she messes up once and completely just throws the whole thing out the. She's whatever. I'm gonna restart now, even though it completely ruins her score. She's like, I'm going to restart now, and it turns into this goofy thing where she's just going through her whole bit again. While everybody's like, what the hell is she doing? She's not gonna get scored for this, and it just ends with her completely exhausted and broken. And this is how it's going. This is how it starts. This is how it's going. It was way too cute. And yeah, her like becoming like super best friends with Inori at the end was just great. I love it. She's basically Inari's cat. She's like just holding her like a kitten. Just going and sitting down in the bleachers with her little kitten. Inori's just sitting down in the bleachers with her little kitten in her lap. She's so possessive like a cat. We'll see. Like I can't wait to see more of the two of them now. They're like actually bonded now. Little kitten girl. She's too cute. There you go. You got it, Sergio Donna. One of my favorite shows of last year. There. Not Kusidi. There you go. There, you happy? I didn't give you other character, so I'll give you Miki up at the top there. I'll move it back later once you leave. All right, what else we have? Let me go back. We're back at Alina. I'm happy. Well, at least you're happy. Oh yeah, because you wanted S tier. I missed that. Yes. As an Aishabat. Alina is obviously S. Okay, what the fan art's like waiting to hit enter. Okay, is he gonna get back to the show yet? Alina is S tier. She literally S rank. She is technically S rank though. Yeah, I think my only problem with poor Alina is that her show was boring. Her show was unfortunately boring towards the later part, but I do really like Alina. Though, yes, it's mostly Takahashi that kind of carries it. Like, it's not that Alina's character is funny and really entertaining early on, but, like, Takahashi carried so bad. I'm gonna put her, like, A tier. Maybe B+. A tier, B+. I want to give her A, but the show gets so boring later on. It's almost like the show is bringing her down for me. Not Guild Receptionist fell off so hard. It fell off so bad, dude. Once she started adventuring, it fell off so hard for me. Well, it was after the town got attacked and she lost her house. I think after that it got pretty boring for me. She's not S, but the ending of... Well, yeah, like her ability's S tier. Her ability's like OP as hell. Overtime Receptionist ED was way cute, dude. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Alina can be above Nano. Well, you're giving the approval for it. You're giving the approval for it. Now someone make a dono to change drills on Rezero will be funny. Change drills on Rezero will be funny moment. Not gonna lie. What? The ending song is better than half of the anime itself. I hope you stub your toe on a dresser and die. When he's so old, that paperwork's more enjoyable. And she was always that way. She just wanted a stable job. Yeah, that was the funny thing. This is why I put her in here. I put Ludi in here because... Ludu? I put Lulu in... I put Lulu in the list because she's great and everything, but the second half sucks, and the only thing that was good about the second half was Lulu. Like, because it got so focused on, like, just the stupid, like, divine gods things and the powers they have and taking them down, like, her story was the only good part of the second half. It was just... It's a story concept that I actually really like, and Sword Art Online did it. The story of the healer. Like, if anybody's ever played an MMO, you know that, like, healers are stressful. Like, being a healer in most games is stressful. MMOs, specifically. Because, like, people die and they blame you. Like, you didn't heal them well enough. Even though, most of the time, it's the fault of the people standing in the wrong place or whatever. But yeah, similar to Sword Art Online, when they did the healer character with the tragic story, Lulu's the same way, where the people dying is like something that weighs upon the healer because they failed to heal them well enough. So she was like the only good story towards the later part that I liked. I'll put it like B. Like B. She was cute too. I love her seiyuu as well. Go Receptionist ED number 2 is number 2 in my award. What was number 1? Oh, Danmachi, right? Danmachi, right? If I can think of an ED that's better than Yo Receptionist for what the fan art, it's gonna be Danmachi. If it's not Danmachi, you need to go edit it. There ain't no way in hell anything else besides Danmachi's ED is gonna be what the fan art's number 1, unless it's Dress Up Darling. Was that one any good? I don't remember Dress Up Darling's ED. Yeah. Kawaii. Yeah. I almost didn't call it out before your message came up. I had to think for a second. I'm like, oh wait, no, Dress Up Darling. I forgot, and I had to remember what Dress Up Darling one was. So which one is Danmachi? Where's Danmachi in your list? Damn, I never got blamed. Only ever played a healer buff player. I guess it really depends on what... It depends on what MMO and what patches too. Like, I've been through some of World of Warcraft patches where being a healer sucked. Like, it was difficult because so much damage was coming through. Especially early on with, like, Burning Crusade with, like, heroics. It was, like, if people, like, pulled wrong, it was insta-death, and it was, like, people blamed the healers for some stupid reason. You didn't put a bubble on me or something like that. Dude, don't pull freaking aggro. It's just stressful. It's just stressful. It was Asphalt? What? What was that one from? Yeah, Danmachi. Oh, the Danmachi one? Yeah. Yeah, Danmachi season 4 with Hestia dancing was good. No. We're talking about season 5 part 2. We're talking about Freya. Freya walking. Her legs, the thighs, pulling up the stocking. Like, Freya's outfit's like these little shreds of leaf, like, covers, and she's, like, going through the whole process of, like, adjusting them, and it's like... She's got barely anything on, but she's taking the time to, like, adjust them all. It's just, like, it's super good. Andrew Trauma as healer is resurfacing. Right? I've had my moments of main healing. I've had my moments where it's, like, the only time I can get a dungeon if I'm healing, fine, I'll be a healer. No, the worst was easily doing, like classic WoW as a healer. That was pretty garbage. Because I wanted to be a druid. Classic WoW, I wanted to be a druid, and so the only place you can be as a druid was healing, and it was so, like, boring. That one, well, the Hestia one was better. I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. I'm gonna make you eat those words right now. I mean, you can have your opinion, bro. You can have your opinion, bro. I'm gonna prove you that my opinion is right. Where's it at? This is a stupid thumbnail. What is this? I forgot about this stupid thumbnail. I love it. I'm gonna show that one off, David. I forgot I had this stupid thumbnail. Oh my god. I love seeing my old thumbnails. Oh man. Rigged war game. Dude, where's it at? The syscon one. I love Amelia. Dude, my Machi thumbnails are great. My Machi thumbnails are kind of unhinged. Oh, damn. Badass healer. Oh my gosh, dude. What was I doing with my thumbnails, dude? Be gone. What? It was literally the episode. It was literally the episode. That shit comes in there and says, get the hell out of here. Oh, man. That's a great thumbnail. That's a great thumbnail. Where's the one that I need? Oh my gosh, this one too. This one right here too. I love Amelia. Oh, I love my thumbnails for Machi. Where's the thing that I'm looking for? God damn, dude, I was super risky with Machi. What is with my thumbnails for Machi? This is like an entire story segment. Was gaslighting him to thinking that he was always a part of that guild. God, I was on something. I was on something with Machi thumbnails, dude. I was on something with Machi thumbnails. There it is. I didn't not as high numbers I thought it was, but look at that. 3 million views. 3 million views that this thing got. You don't tell me that people don't like Machi Freya ED right here. There's some assets that people were like sold on this one for. Damn, look at them. Somebody like this is all the budget. All the budget right here with that running animation. Anyways, is the Edie of all time. I guess I'm wrong. You have proven to me. Actually, Team Freya now. Like, I have to admit that, yeah, I didn't really have, like, any interest whatsoever to Freya's character before this season started. Boy, it really told her story very well. I was actually very impressed how much they sold me on her character. Not that she's taken over from, you know, best girl Lily, but contender, right? Oh my gosh, these thumbnails though. I was on something doing some thumbnails for this show. Anyway, sorry, side tangent. Who's the one in the trash? A piece of garbage from Apothecary Diaries. Not that she's badly wrote, it's just that she's a trash person. She's a very trash person. Hestia is quite pristine. Yes, I agree. This one was perfect. You had fun, Andrew. Freya is mid, Ice and Hestia are the best. Yeah, see, that's the interesting thing. I have never cared for Ice. I have never cared for her. Again, Kudere. She's literally Kudere, and I'd never really cared much for Kudere characters. Are we even doing? we might as well do this now. We're doing it now. Okay, fine. We're doing Danmachi right now. We've literally just sit here and talk about the damn show. We might as well do them right now. Y'all messing up the order stuff. And yes, as you can tell, Ice is not in the list. Now, she did have like one moment in this core that was really good. But I've never cared for her character, so she'd probably be like overall all the way up into season 5. She's probably like a B for me. Like, she's B. Like, I don't dislike her, but at the same time, I don't find her... She's not interesting. Like, she's not... She's just there. Like, super cute with her munching down on potatoes as everybody's having, like, this... Like, Hestia's over here having a mental breakdown, and she's just chomping down on potatoes like it's... She doesn't care. But, like, I've never had the appeal of Ice just because she's just... Ice Wallenstein's just there. She's just present. She doesn't have a personality. She's not interesting. If you read Sword Art Artoria, I'd imagine a lot of characters would be a lot... I would agree with you, because I'd bet a lot of characters are better if you read it, because from what I understand, they've skipped so much. And yeah, Sword Art Artoria was easily one of the weakest adaptations for me. Like, watching that show was boring. I'd imagine, yeah, probably a lot better, more interesting. Because is Sword Art Artoria... That's not Aiza's perspective. It was a different person's perspective. It was the healer girl. I forget what her name is. Or is it give you some Aiz perspective? I'm sorry, it's Aiz what's to call it? Yeah, Aiz what's his illicit whatever Hestia says all the time. I love that from Hestia. Every time she says that, I'm like, I totally agree. I'm on board with Hestia. It's like, what's her face? What's her faces? Sword Art Artoria is the darkest heart of the same story. Yeah, because it was like that one segment. Unless it's like more than just that one adaptation. Does it extend further than the anime adaptation? Bill's getting better. He's not... He's getting better. Bell's getting better. But yeah, he's got a problem. He's always had a problem. It goes further. Freya's C for charming villainous? You're stretching now. Yeah, it's her party. But isn't it mostly... What's the other girl's name? I's jealously eating the potatoes poppers and pretty damn funny. It was funny. It was a funny little bit. Anyways, Freya, I would probably put, again, after this last season, which definitely did a lot for her character. Holy crap. I'd probably put her, like, in the A tier. I don't personally like her because of how, like, she's legit, like, the yandere character of the series. She's legit the yandere. Like, if you have all the archetypes, she's the yandere. The entire 5th season is the realization of something that's been building up, of her yandere nature. I think her story's really good, but I don't like her as a person. I don't like her as a person. Like, it definitely comes down for me because of who she is as a person. What she touched my Hestia. She's the perfect villain for a story like this. She is legit the perfect villain for a story like this. We have an entire season of her gaslighting Belle. It's not that pleasant. Horn, though. Horn was, like, probably the secret, like... I'm searching for a word here. she's like a gem, like a secret gem of the season because I did like her character. Initially meeting her and her being like extremely like hating Belle, and then later on turning her being like the thing that Horn ends up being the thing that sort of like keeps everything from falling apart in the end. Like she is secretly the MVP. She's legit the MVP at the end of it because she's the only thing that keeps like something alive in the end. Really cool character. Really cool character. Again, another one that I'm not like ecstatic about. Just a really good story. Really, really good story. Horn is horny. She kind of was. She kind of is. Everybody to Freya is horny for her. It legit. That's what Freya herself is. Like she's as much of a mystery. Like Belle, except with her leader, seems to know more stuff about her than they will tell. Well, I like it because there is an element there where you almost feel like because somebody is always playing the role of somebody else, they lose their self. I guess she was sort of the common sense. She was, because the story is that they were trying to erase what was, and again, gaslight Belle into thinking that something else was true, rewrite everybody's minds. In the end, her being present is a reminder. While they try to delete somebody else, which I've never really cared for. I've never cared for her. She's like such a again, this is sort of the same problem as we had with Apothecary Diaries. Like, how do you technically talk about this character? Before the reveal, she's easily the boringest character of the entire series. So, like, legit, if people remember going back to my comments about my preview for the season 5, the moment I found out the season was going to be about her, off camera, I rolled. Like, I could give two craps about this character. She is legit the boringest character, and now we're going to have an entire season about her? You better have something cooking, author. You better have something really cooking for me to even care about this season. Sure enough, they get into something, but her, before the season, don't care. Could care less about her. Whereas for you, I didn't really include that one either, just because, again, she had more of a presence than eyes, but I don't really have much to say about her. If I wanted to rank Ryu, she'd probably like in the B area. She's kind of like eyes, where I've never been like a huge fan of her. Season 4 did bump her up a lot for me, but I'm still like a massive fan of Ryu. You meant eyes as common sense? I'm not sure. The aftermath episode when everybody is groveling at Belle, even though he knows it's not their fault, but seeing that was too damn funny. The groveling part? I'm forgetting that part. I'm completely blanking on that part. Sure was meant to be, a what? What? What is that? The boringest character. Shut up. Stop making fun of my descriptions. Doesn't like the best girls? Sure. You just all hating the fact that these two right here, best girls. Hestia, it legit is in the title. She's Bestia. Now, Hestia, I absolutely adore. A lot of it has to do with her Seiyu, though. But she's not best girl for me. The best girl for me is Liddy. Lydia has always been best girl. She will always be best girl. She will remain to be best girl. There's multiple. I can write a book on why Lily is the best character. One, she's cute as hell, but I love sort of what they've done with her character and the idea that she, yes, initially was supposedly, trying to trick him, eventually becoming part of the group, and fully. But I've always liked the fact that she's always like the present underdog. Belle has quickly turned into being OP in his own way, but Lily has always been an underdog character. She's always been extremely weak. And seeing that, like, despite the fact that she can die by something breathing on her, she still, steps forward and is on the battlefield with everybody else. And this season, technically getting a different side of her and the idea of her being sort of a commander position. But other than that, not really being too present for this season, but I still like her. I still love her death. Seer is the real Freya, so it would make sense that Freya doesn't rank A high. Right. Yeah, you're technically right. Back at Hestia's house, when they're free of the brainwashings and they're groveling, apologizing. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying then. Yeah, I remember that part. I was thinking about Freya's group, not his group. That's what was throwing me off. I was trying to think of a scene with Freya's people groveling at him. What Lily's best was worst girl for me? That's fine. Winter, there's something. Don't read. What? This spoiler. Don't say that. I don't know if I said it out loud or not. Lily's growth has been great. It has been great. Like I said, that's the thing that I've loved. Again, not like she was that present with season 5, but especially at the later part there, kind of seeing where she's going to fit in with the group. Seems like she's going to be more of a commanding position. I think is great. Anyways, is that Damachi characters? Yeah, that's Damachi characters. Let me get a quick drink and bio. Chat, go take a break, get bios and stuff like that, and we'll continue. I'm gonna probably still continue for like a good at least 2 hours. So, how far are we so far? I think we've done like what? 6, 12, 15 or 17, 22, 28, 34, 40, 44, 45, 46. We've gotten 46 of like 230. We're getting it. We're gonna finish this. I'll be back though. Get a break, chat. All right, chat. Sorry. I got a shadow house. Volume 9 came in. Shadow House. We're beyond the anime at this point, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, I don't recognize anything happening. New stuff that I gotta read. I don't know that we're gonna get another season of Shadow House. It feels like we're it feels like they didn't expect to get last season, so I don't expect them doing this season. Cocoa. I got cocoa. It's hot. What'd I miss? Why is Ginu? Gina? Is it Ginu or Gina? Why is she there? Because the writer sucks at writing female characters? Why is a female character from Solo Leveling and C tier? Because the solo level writing sucks for female characters? Damn it, Twitch. Twitch, get your bots in check. Ban. Hope Bunny Girl one's up there. Bunny Girl? Which Bunny Girl? Bunny Girl. So many 100 girlfriends, yeah. Only from Summer Pockets is S tier. All right. We'll continue on. What's our next characters are from the Lemon Show. Soda, honey, lemon soda, something like that show. Honestly, I don't like Uka's character. I think she's like, I like her story, but I hate her as a romance character. I guess is the best way to put it. I like her as a character and a story, but I don't like her as a romance character. I feel like her romance writing, or at least the writing of the show, is kind of weak. But I do like, I think she's a solid like story about bullying and overcoming your own fears. That part of her is really good. I liked Serena as a romance story more. I think her story overall is like really good, but I like her as a romance story. I was actually rooting for Serena, even though I knew there was no chance for possibly winning against Uka, because Uka's obviously the cover character. She's obviously going to get with the guy that's the main male character. So, but I liked her character more. And yes, she has a great seiyuu, which I think it was Rie Takahashi, right? I think she was Rie Takahashi in that show too. Not that solo though. Still C. Is there any development for female characters in Solo Leveling in the first place? Right. Like I said, you can still develop other characters in shonens. It's just Solo Leveling writer doesn't. Solo Leveling writer is so focused on the main character. It ends up you just like them because they're badass, they're cool looking, you like their designs. Like me personally, I like, you know, that Isu girl because she was just so cool and fun. Like, it's just personality alone is literally all I can rank her on. She technically like an B, but I still like her. Rie Takahashi just steals all of her roles, for sure. Mona, she's literally the main character, but the only reason I liked this show was Mona. What was it called? What was the name of the show? Holy crap! It's the guy's name is like not responsive or something like that. I can't remember. But anyways, that aside, Mona is like hot, cute, goofy. Like she's everything in one. Like she's a perfect combination of goofball, dork. Yeah, Medica Kuroiwa is impervious to my charms. Yes, thank you. She's like everything that I love, all in one bundle. She's a dork. She's flustered. I love that they've actually developed her. I love that despite early on she is like narcissistic. She's full of herself. She's always been the queen bee. But having at some point realizing that there's something that she wants, and thankfully it's because he's so impervious to her attacks and charms that she's realizing that she has to actually work for something for once. She's actually got some good development. Like, she was actually a good character, even though the show itself... The show's only problem was that everybody besides her was boring. Everybody else in that show was just boring. Like, Kuroiwa's character was boring as all get. Like, even when they have his perspective, he's boring. But I really like her. I like her. I'll put her in B. B+. I was annoyed how romance went in comedy, but main girl was good. Bingo. Spot on. Exactly my thoughts. Like, everything but Mona was just kind of blah. I'm definitely watching this season 2, though. I'll still watch it. Damn! I'm gonna follow up Medica Coding. We're gonna follow up Kuroiwa's Impervious to My Charms with literally, again, one of my top 10 shows of the entire year. Aoi, a character that's always been a side character for the longest time, finally in season 2, part 1, question mark? I think it was like mostly in part 2. Finally getting into her character. Finally getting into like what is a character that having like no... She's got a presence, but she's always been kind of curious why she knows everything. But then seeing what sort of weighing upon her, her desire to kind of end it all was very heartbreaking. I really hope... I'm assuming we're going to have a happy ending for her, but we're still not quite in there yet. She's still probably, in the end, not the most intriguing character of the series, but that's not saying too much because I like a lot of these characters. I think she's still probably solid A. I think she's A-, really. A-. She top bear. She wasn't too much of a friend this season, was she? Maybe later on the manga. Right now, she wasn't quite the best as his friend, but again, it's a lot to do with them kind of playing into her own dark inner self. Something that's really hard to stomach. You really, really need to watch Hanako-kun if you have not. And I've stated this before, I wasn't completely sold on the show in the first season. I like the art style and everything in the first season. I like the it's got this kind of twisted, dark element to it that makes it unsettling. But for the most part, I really love the first season for its charm and its art style. Season 2 knocked it out of the park. Like, it grabs and doesn't let go. I highly suggest it. If you don't force yourself, but if you can at least get to season 2, that's where I think it picks up a lot. Love her in the manga especially. Is there more coming up for her? I'm assuming there's more coming. You don't really have to answer that. There's obviously going to be more coming up for her. Nene, really fantastic. I love her character through and through. Another character that I thought was sort of, playing by the whims of the greater story for the most part. I mean, she was obviously the catalyst for everything happening because she was the bridge between the living and the dead. But this season, again, finally getting to the curse that she has and really kind of putting her in a position where she's having to make a lot of choices, bringing people together. Really like what they're doing with her character, too, in Season 2. I'll keep her in A. I kind of want to put her in S, but I'll put her in S. Forget it. I'll put her in S. I think she deserves going to S. There has been some anime shows that I really enjoyed. I'm starting to consider reading the original source material. Is there any specific platform sites that you recommend for newcomers? I mean, if you're wanting to go legit and actually, buy them, it just depends on which title you're looking at. Because every title is legally licensed by different companies. If you're looking for, like, the best place to get a lot of different things... most people probably suggest Shonen Jump, just because they have a lot of the bigger titles all in one place that you can access. The bigger problem is like light novels, because those are gonna be mostly manga. Light novels, it's a little more difficult because you just have to go with like an e-reader or something like that. Like Amazon is a good platform for a lot of people. Getting like a Kindle or something like that. I thought about actually getting a Kindle at some point. Anyways. Oh, last character. I forgot we have the most important character at the very end here. We have to get into the most OP character of the entire series. I'm still waiting for this ball to drop. Like, literally, the one thing that I've always got a kick out of was, and it was in an OVA. No, it was in the OVA. It was in the Hanako After School. The After School stories, which were like the shorts. They revealed in there out of nowhere, because I figured the shorts would be like, okay, goofy story where, these two hang out for a little bit. It drops a punchline. The episode ends. Oh, here's a weird dream moment that Nene have of, going to this twisted Wonderland hotel thing. Goofy. None of it really affects the story. But then literally to have mixed in within all those shorts was revealing that the sister is legit like the most powerful, like spirit fighter out there, was like the biggest plot twist ever. I loved it. She's way adorable. I'm gonna put her in B. Like, there's not really much to expect from a little kid that just wants to eat pizza and likes the little bunny creature things. Thank you for answering my question. Very helpful. I'm sorry it can't be more helpful, but yeah, like I said, it just depends on who licensed it. Whatever you want to read, you have to go to their platform. That's the unfortunate reality. Now, I haven't checked it out completely, but Crunchyroll has brought back their Crunchyroll app. So if you already signed up for Crunchyroll, you could just add a little extra in order to get to their manga app. I haven't checked out their offering. Their old offering was really good. It was like a nice mixture of stuff. Like, as much as I hated the app sucked. The old one. They do technically bring a lot of, different properties together, which is kind of nice. Anywho, my father, what the hell was the name of this show? I've forgotten the name of the show already. My father reincarnated as aristocrat, as the villainous. My father was reincarnated as the villainous. From bureaucrat to villainous. My dad's been reincarnated. I was like, I'm trying to remember the name of the show. Anna was actually a lot better character than I thought it was initially going to be. They did a really cool thing with Anna's character at the very end. I'd probably put her like in a... It's still probably a C. Not like it was like the most interesting character. She was goofy. I loved how much she loved Grace. But Grace carried, obviously. I really did right. I had a massive amount of fun with villainous to bureaucrat to villainous, just because of not necessarily Grace. It's obviously the guy that is in Grace's body. But his playing the role as the villainous was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. I'll put high B. From bureaucrat to villainous, proving that sometimes it takes a man to be best girl. You know this joke was going to come in here eventually. You knew the joke was going to be in here eventually. I don't know, did I put... Yeah, technically you're here. I technically could... I was waiting for this moment to use the joke. I was waiting for this moment to use the joke. And you done used the joke, and now we can't use the joke anymore. Anyways. The Behemoth Dakedo show. Beheneko. Holy crap, I forgot about that name. Beheneko. Beheneko. Yeah, it was Beheneko. You're welcome. Beheneko, legitimately, I didn't really gravitate too much to the girls. Like, they're sexy and hot moments and all that kind of stuff. I like Vulcan the most, obviously, because she's a cat girl. I like her outfit. I like the whole, like, you know, overalls, you know, over the front of it and nothing on the back. I like the whole, you know, tan girl thing going on. Like, she's got everything in the design department that I really, really like. Plus, she's, like, buff as hell. And then she's the secret character that's actually, like, incredibly powerful, that's done things in the past. Like, Vulcan was easily my favorite out of all of them. So I'd probably, like, put her in a B area. I did not like Stella. I mean, I found her funny at times, especially, like, the whole, like, breed with me moments at night. But, like, I just don't like the Jaws teeth thing, and she's a bit I mean, she's a dragon. I don't really get with the dragon thing. Arya, again, it's cute, but don't really care much for her character overall. But Haneko had some very weak character writing. And again, it's an ecchi show. You don't really expect much out of it. Avoid the cat lockers. Beheneko, Arya, Vulcan, and Dragon Girl are all S tier. So, as for Soapy, shut up. What the? Shut up. What the fan art? Shut up. You and your stupid, corny jokes. So I had to make sure that Twitch was still working. For some reason, it wasn't showing me my feed. Shut up. What the fan art? Shut up. What was the name of the show? I don't care. I dropped the show. I got like 8 or 9 episodes in and I dropped it. It was just it just doesn't look. It didn't look good and I hated it. But I will say, as much as when I seen the PVs, I thought Hina was going to be best girl because she kind of was giving me the vibes of like Nagatoro, but not toxic, but having like the skin tan girl, best girl thing going on. She's kind of goofy. She's doing a little bit of the teasing. Kana absolutely stole my heart so damn fast. Like Kana just absolutely won me over so quick. I was the entire time rooting for my girl. Like, please, girl, get him. Even though, again, technically, Hina's super cute. Put her like C. This show is so boring. This show is so boring. I couldn't remember any personality traits of the trio aside from their desire to F the cat. Yes. I mean, like, Vulcan was like the old hero. Stella was just like primal instinct. She wants to breed so that she can have children that are the strongest and be the head of the pack. And Arya was just massively in love with him because he saved her life and wants to have his babies. That's the personalities. Well, Arya wanted to get stronger because she couldn't help people in the past. She wants to be like the sword saint. There you go. Who's the purple-haired girl that looks like Reze? Oh, that's Stampede something. Nihilo the Stampede. Nihilo the Vertical Stampede? I think it was Vertical Stampede. These are characters from I know I have to actually say this because nobody watched the show. Like we've just gone through so many shows and everybody's like, "Yeah, I know that show. I kind of like that character." Or, "Oh, yeah, I seen that show. What was it about?" This is the only one that I legit have to go on my way to say, this is from Ishida. I know nobody's watched it. It's from Ishida. Ishida's a really great show. Please go watch it. Nobody's going to watch it. Anyways, shut up. For some reason, I knew you were going to bring up that joke. I knew you were going to bring up that joke. Anyways, our first character we have is, wait for it, she's a cute little, she was actually, she's a, God, I'm blanking on the name of them. She's a homunculi. I think, if I remember correctly, she was a homunculi. She's a small little fairy. She fits in a pocket. She's super cute. Her name, get this, Kunie. For those that know, no. But I legit laughed so hard when I heard that her name was Kunie. It's too on the nose. I'm sorry. I don't know if they mean to do it. I doubt they meant to do that because it's such a Western thing. But I had to wonder if that was intentional. What's up, Brian? Hope you're doing well. Anyways, she's super cute. I forget the guy's name that she was with, but I did like their kind of bond they had, where she was constantly worried about him, and he kept using his power, and he was always fearing the moment that he was going to die because he had clairvoyance, and so he kind of was foreseeing his death, but and at the same time accepting it. But I did like their little duo. I'll put him B. Inaris, my waifu. Like, I'm sad that she wasn't in the first season because I'd probably be praising Ishida even more. But, like, this girl right here is legit, like, my favorite character the moment she popped up on the screen. She was now Toyama, right? I think it was now Toyama. I know her Seiyu literally melts my ears. Ishida 2. If Earthly was in the chat, he would be able to confirm for me, because I think Earthly's the only other person besides me that watched the show. Yeah, not Toyama. So, when this chick first shows up, she's like this, you know, seems like a shut-in, noble daughter, you know, prim and proper, very sheltered-looking. Out of her mouth comes now Toyama. And I'm like, oh, it melts my ears. What is this character going to be about? This guy legit gets called into her place and talks to her for a little bit. She wants him to deliver a letter to this guy. Come to find out, her father is like, was it her father or was someone that she was under? I forget if it was her father or not. Was like this very well-known, like, vampire. Come to find out, I think she's pretty much taking over the role from him as this head vampire. And what's odd about her as a vampire in this world is that she doesn't have to bite people to control them. Like, it's an infection in the air. Like, she can literally control people if they're in just the vicinity of her. But she's been incredible so far. I really do like her character. She's twisted. She's hot as hell. I love her Seiyu. And they're kind of putting her in, just like all the characters in Ishida, they're putting her in a position of being like, how can she lose? But I'm dreading the moment that she might actually lose. Feeling a lot better, but I'm sorry. I guess I'm bad news to tell you. I lost my dad about 10 months ago. Oof. Had a tough Christmas and New Year. So what are you doing right now? Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I really do. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. I want to say that I feel you because I lost my father like about 3 years ago, but it's different for every person. Every person deals with the loss of, especially parents, differently. But I hope you bounce back, man. All I can really say is that, yeah, time technically does heal. You're going to be reminded by it constantly. Every now and then something's going to hit you. You're going to remember that moment. Every now and then I have that moment where you just go, oh, I remember when he did this. It just hits you out of nowhere. But just take it day by day, man. What are we doing right now, though? We are doing a tier list for the year 2025 for all of the best girls. So, everybody's yelling at me, saying that I'm wrong, and I'm telling them that I'm right. It's the usual, it's the usual shtick, right? But I hope you at least find some entertainment here. I don't know how long you're going to be sticking around, but I hope you at least find some joy here. Hopefully I can entertain you. Get your mind off it for a little bit. So freaking mean. Yes, there's 237, and we're not going to finish them all tonight. I've already made that statement. We'll probably have to come back next week to finish more, but anyways, she go in S tier. She's hot. I love her Seiyu. She can control me if she wants to. I'll be one of her servants. Andrew is never right. I mean, especially to what the fan art. There ain't no way in hell that I'm gonna be on the same page as what the fan art ever. We've come to accept that. How far down is Dress Up Darling? That was summer, wasn't it? So it's like, it's right here. We're like 8 columns away. We might make it. It might be the last show we do, if anything. Anyways, the Virgo Stampede, she technically wasn't in season 2. That's all I'm gonna say. But she's also Rie Takahashi. Ishida has a amazing cast of seiyus, by the way. But yeah, she's technically, for those who don't know, she's basically like the Ghost in the Shell character. Like, she even has the crab robot that she rides in. But she's pretty amazing. But we didn't technically have her in season 2, ? I won't say anything more than that. I forget what her name is. She's like a skull girl with like insanely powerful body. 2. I think her name's 2. I don't know. I wrote down 2 on my side notes. I don't know much about her. I don't really know that much about her. Her introduction was solid, but I need to learn more about her. I'll put her in C for now. That's it. That's all of Ishida characters. That didn't take long. Because nobody's complained about what I choose because nobody's watched the show. I finally had a show to go through that nobody complained about my choices because nobody knows the characters. Pandora only showed up once. She showed up in the backstory of Teresia. Anyways, Rezero, holy crap, we have a row and a half. I'll try to be as fast as possible with this. I'm not gonna rush through it. Yeah, Akudona's not gonna be here because she's not in the season. I try to stick to characters only in the season. I think I got most all of them. But anyways, Anastasia was mostly in the first part. We got a little bit of a snippet with her in the second part. Anastasia is easily still going to be... I'm assuming we're going to get Anastasia next season because it looks like she's part of the group. She's been mostly kept under wrap what her intentions are, her story is. But I like her so far. Obviously, absolutely adore her Seiyu. Ren Tasaka. I think that's the reason why I want to learn more about Anastasia characters, because I love her Seiyu so freaking much. Again, Ren Tasaka's Seiyu absolutely melts my ears. For now, I'm gonna put her like in the B area. I need to learn more about her. For now, she's just she's a mystery. She's a mystery. Byakuya. Beatrice. Obviously, is she S tier for me? Is she S tier for me? Gashira. Is she S tier, Gashira? Gonna watch Ishida now just to disagree with Andrew's takes. Thank you. Or just because nobody watched it is here. Yeah, like I said, the only person I know that actually... Like, I'm not even joking. The only person I know that's watching Ishida is Earthly. I think Webby has watched the first season. But I think Earthly's the only person I know that actually watched Ishida. And whoever's in my comments for my videos on it. I can see Asahi, Amagami, but where is Yai and Yuna? Well, there's only one part. Like I said, I'm only covering characters I want to talk about. What does that tell you? Priscilla's S tier. You're getting ahead of it. ReZero cast are S tier. They're all S tier? I'm back for ReZero. Hooray, you're just in time, dude. Legit just in time. I don't know how you planned that right. She's a fun character, not that much. Priscilla's so... Why are we all talking about Priscilla? We're not on Priscilla yet. Priscilla is the... Stop talking about Priscilla. We're talking about Beatrice. We're talking about Beatrice. Why everyone likes Beatrice, I don't get it. I mean, to get back to Beatrice, I'm reading comments. I'm gonna put her an 8. Beatrice's character, it's hard for me not to, like... I obviously have to rank them based on overall. I can't just, like, rank them specifically on what they do in a single season. But, like, Beatrice's character overall is mostly in season 2. The whole story of her obviously being pulled out of the library. Her connection to Ekidona, all that stuff. It is the one that's waiting for the chosen moment, always waiting for this moment that she was assured that was going to be coming, and that moment never really came, and it absolutely, like, haunting her and keeping her in seclusion, and him finally pulling her out. It's a solid story. I really liked it. It had a lot of emotion there for me. And now being out of it, being sort of connected to Subaru because of that. Sucks that we don't hear about... It sucks that I never knew about the whole aspect of her having to be his side. Otherwise he dies. Until we learn about it in the freaking shorts. But she's like a reverse mana battery for him. But yeah, it's just that she's super cute. She's super OP. And she's highly devoted just because she's been pulled out of a really dark place in her life. Or her existence, really, overall. You're still talking about Priscilla. Everybody just wants to talk about Priscilla. Fine then, we'll stop talking about Byakko. We'll stop talking about Beatrice. She's a must protect and good story. It's funny because she's like a must protect, but at the same time she's like massively OP. Like she protects everybody. I like she's talking to the third person, the speakers. Princess at the bathhouse was cute. Oh yeah, the Chira. She likes Shinobu from Monogatari from me, which don't care much for. Mana transfer. Yeah, she's like the character from My Hero Academia. But that character's a battery basically. Yeah, Aoyuki. Capella. Aoyuki. Dude, again, absolutely, like, jaw-dropping performance by Aoyuki. Absolutely nailed Capella's character. I cannot imagine anybody else voicing that role. This is one of those many cases where I'm like, I don't want to listen to the dub. I do not want to listen to the English dub. Do not ruin this for me. This is cemented in my mind. This is the performance. Aoyuki nailed it. She did an incredible job. It was so twisted, unsettling at the same time. Oddly erotic. Like, she's just crazy. She's off the walls. I'm scared at the same time. Kind of interested. Like, Capella is just everything all in the same moment. Like, every single emotion you could possibly have at the same time, Capella. Like, she just... It was in that scene. That scene with Subaru in that room with her, every single emotion of that could be humanly created was created. I laughed at a moment. I got, off-put at times, cringed at times, scared at times. It was too good, dude. It was too good. Yeah, I can sort of agree. I might see some other people pulling off Mao Mao's character, but she obviously pulls it off. Like, she is doing an incredible job with Mao Mao. Mao Mao's character just doesn't really... Aoyuki does Twisted. Aoyuki has always done Twisted perfectly. One of the first moments that I acknowledged Aoyuki's... I hate that. I hate that I can't Google search Aoyuki on any list. I'll search Capella. No, that's not Capella. Not the Capella I want. Here, let's do Mama. I don't want to use my enemy list. I hate my enemy list anymore. There. One of the first times that Aoyuki really stood out to me was... Which, by the way, Ishida. Aoyuki's in Ishida as well. Like I said, the cast in Ishida is insane, dude. Like, every single, like, really good seiyuu is in this show. You got Reina Ueda's right here. Aria Takahashi. Aoyuki right there. Just, the cast is insane, dude. The cast is absolutely insane. This is just part 1. Student sequel. Let's see. Like I said, now Toyama earlier is in season 2. It's just good, dude. It's just good. Freaking even this guy right here was incredible. What was the chick with the hat and the gun? Where was she at? What was her name? I didn't put her on my list because she was very brief on the scene. Shoot. Oh yeah, Yuki Kaji. I just always skip Yuki Kaji up there. Dude, Melee was incredible character, dude. He did a great job on that one as well. There she is. Was her Seiyu? Oh, it's Seko. Okay, yeah, I think I remember that. I think I remember her voice sticking out a little bit. Anyway, sorry. Side tangent there. Going back. But Aoyuki, for me, I want to say it was Overlord. Specifically Overlord for a reason. Not that her role in Overlord was very much. Like, she was very briefly in that show. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, very briefly in that show. There, right there. Clementine. Clementine was the first one. Because I want to say that... Did Yojo Senki air first? Did I watch Yojo Senki before Overlord? Shoot. Yes, even Madoka Magica, she didn't stand out to me. What I'm saying specifically is that she's been in other roles. I obviously recognized her. But it wasn't until Clementine that I realized what she was best at. Clementine was where I seen that she is the best seiyuu when it comes to twisted. What she did with Clementine's character was, like, twisted. That cackle. Like somebody's lost their mind, yet they have a little bit of control over their sanity. And so whenever I see that she's in a role where she's a twisted character, sign me up. Which is, yes, technically Yojo Senki. Like, Tanya the Evil is perfect for her as a role. And again, I guess technically that was be the point which the two of those kind of hit side by side, where I realized, like, this is the role she needed. Which one came out first? January 2017. Oh, did I lose my place? I did. Damn it! Shoot. I just look for. There it is. I was like, I'm just looking for the freaking show instead. I guess I can go from there. Yeah, so Overlord was first. Okay. I was pretty sure that I seen her in Overlord first. Yeah, I mean, I do like seeing, like, a different, like, span, a different voicing. For sure. I'm not saying that I want her to stick with Twisted. I did like seeing her in Aho Girl, seeing Goofy side of it. I mean, that was sort of like for a while there, a lot of her stuff was very kind of serious, and then suddenly she did the slimy Isekai one. I was reincarnated to kill a bunch of slime show. Killing slime for 300 years. I maxed out my level. That was a nice kind of change of pace for her. I like seeing the range. It was for you. It was Tanya the Evil. Definitely probably a cementing point. But it was funny because I watched Overlord, and out of nowhere he runs into Clementine. And Clementine legit like just has one scene with him where they fight, and he literally obliterates her. But that one scene was enough to cement me that I'm like, this Seiyu is incredible. Like, that performance for a side character that we'll never see again, presumably, was insanely good, dude. She nailed it. She literally stole the show with a side character. I have no clue who Best Girl is, but Reiko Kujina is the hottest. She was definitely. Who else? Aoyuki did Mami from Winter Girlfriend. This is pretty much why I want her to destroy the main characters, because I'm like, oh, cool. She would totally pull it off. Please just destroy the main character. I don't like him anymore. I haven't seen the food season halfway. I've got to halfway point because season. Haven't seen the food season? Which food season? Food Wars? Takashi Ria's performance of Capella as Amelia was amazing. She did such a great impersonation of Yuki Aoi-sama. Yeah. Does Ishida have the Seiyu of all time? Kendra Suda? Now that you ask, I think so. Like, I think so? I might be wrong? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. There was a side of me that thought that he was possibly at some point, but I might be thinking of the narrator. The narrator's got a pretty solid voice, too. The narrator is kind of this cool person that The narrator's a cool person. The narrator's sort of its own character because at the end of every single segment, he comes in and announces, like, what the name of the person is and what their ability is. Because a lot of the episodes are kind of around introducing a lot of characters with different abilities for this big war coming up. For those that know, it's kind of an isekai. Everybody's kind of being drawn to this other world, and this demon lord has been defeated from that world, and everybody's sort of recovering from the aftermath of his destruction. And all these people have like insanely OP abilities, and they're all being drawn in for this big tournament. And so a lot of the episodes are sort of introducing all these very unique, very interesting different characters with all different driving forces that are all coming together for a conflict. Very Fate Stay-ish. I feel like it's very Fate Stay-ish. But no, I don't think he is. Yeah, no Suda. Season 3. Hopefully Season 3 will get Suda. Oh, we're talking about Suda. Yeah, I have the novels. That's why I didn't see it. Is it not? Well, I was going to ask you, is it like faithful? I think I've seen people say it's decently faithful, so. You didn't like Clementine? I didn't like her character, but I just like her performance. Her performance was incredible. I didn't like the character. Are you talking about the scene in a show that had insane voice acting and AI could never replicate? What show was that from? It was probably from the Supernatural Battles became commonplace. When Supernatural Battles became commonplace, the scene where his friend literally loses her mind because he won't explain his chuny ways. It was a scene where the girl was breaking down. Okay, I should have read the next sentence. The girl was breaking down from being a chuny, yes. Yeah, it's that show. What was it? When supernatural battles came upon place. What was her name? Sayori Hayami. Her performance there. Someone answer that. This one. Apparently all one take, too. Apparently all one take. Just a... What was it? Like 3 minutes? 2.5 minutes straight of just screaming. You couldn't stand that girl? She's kind of a Debbie Downer, but at the same time, I kind of... The moment that she breaks right there was like, holy crap, we're doing this? Like, I didn't think this show was going to get this serious. And it's like, suddenly out of nowhere, it's like... It's... Wow, okay. I get what's frustrating her. You just forgot the name of it. Yeah, like overall, it wasn't like a great show. Mostly around the idea that it was building up to this big fight that was supposed to happen, and it never did it. Like it literally is building up to something, and it doesn't even do anything with it. I mean, it is a novel. Yeah, true. Doesn't mean it necessarily... Doesn't mean one way or the other. Anyways, yeah. Hopefully it gets another season. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. F? What's effing? What are you effing? Alright, let's move on to... Okay, we still finished this one. I'm putting her in A. I'm putting her in A. She's... I just want to see more of her. Like, I'm already pretty much sold on her. I could be pushed to S too. I could even be pushed to S if I needed to. I don't want to overburden the S's though. I don't want to overburden the S's. Krush. This is the kind of sad thing is like I'm okay with Krush in the first seasons, and now that she's like kind of broken, I kind of find her a little endearing, but at the same time it's like probably easily one of the weakest characters in the show, unfortunately, just because of how broken she is. She's kind of just tagging along. I feel bad that she's kind of tagging along. Hopefully, eventually, I don't know, when she gets her memory back. I think technically she could, because of the position that she's in with having lost her memories, she's sort of positioned to do some really good storytelling if she gets her memories back. Because she's so different now, and she's doing things that she probably normally wouldn't do, that if she does regain her memories, regains herself, will she pivot back? Is she going to rubber band back to how she was, or like her experiences that she went through because she's so different? But anyways, she's not going to be area for me. Like B. Okay, so we putting Amelia and Priscilla in S tier. Wait. Just wait. Amelia's S tier because Ria Takahashi. Okay, Ria Takahashi. I like how I said, okay, we're up to Ria Takahashi. Okay, let's get into Amelia. I've never been a massive fan of Amelia. First season, she was cute, but I was like, shrug. Second season, even though a lot of people don't like second season, Brissy Girl, thanks for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Even though a lot of people don't like second season, it was what sold me on Amelia. Like, suddenly I see her kind of developing as a character a whole lot. I like the OVA as well. But that was definitely the point where I finally started to actually care for her as a character. Development's having. We're actually seeing, like, what she's struggling with. Seeing her confront her past and all that kind of stuff. Is she one of my favorites in the end? I think definitely, even with season 3 as well, really cool moments of her kicking total freaking butt. She's still not a best girl for me. Like it's not like I like a super soul on her, but she's creeping. I guess she's creeping up in the S tier. I think she's maybe still high A for me. Still kind of high A for me. Oh, she could be. she got the kiss pregnant joke in mind. Yes, I know. Hami Sayori is also your forgers, Seiyu, as well as Ryu Lion. Yeah. Andrew's okay. I never was into Rem as others. Sorry, I meant Ram. I like them both for their own reasons. I love them both for their own reasons. I don't know, I guess I can probably put it in her S. I don't really necessarily think that there's just really anything too problematic with her character anymore for me. Or not problematic, but like lacking for her character for me anymore. I think I can go for S. I'll go for S. I mean, like, comparatively to everything else in this freaking list, yeah, technically. Sergio Donna gets the award for the first person to make the Who is Rem joke. We're not even to Rem yet, but we have somebody already had to bust out the Who is Rem joke. Yeah, I miss Puck too, dude. The lack of Puck. There was at some point, I'm like, the lack of Puck is starting to get to me. I legitimately had a point where I'm like, the lack of Puck is actually starting to get to me. There's something missing in the show all the time. Okay, now, with the fan art, you can do the joke now. With the fan art, you can do the joke now. We were waiting for this moment. Amelia and Rem are tied for S tier for me. Somebody needed to do it. At least you got it out. See, I like that you handle this now, so that later on when somebody tells a joke again, we can go, somebody already said the joke, and it's no, it's they fail at actually bringing it up now. Never. I guess I should actually ask, is what the fan art watched this show? Yeah, you watched the show. You keep talking about Priscilla. It's fine. Sometimes it takes a boy to be best girl. Anyways. Fetus. I forgot who the cat girl is. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. You wasted the joke earlier, and the moment I teed it up for you so you can make the joke, you're like, oh, who's the cat girl? Who's the cat girl? You waste the joke, and you can't even use it when it's needed. How did you forget who Fetus is? Like, the absolute most adorable thing in the entire world, which, by the way, some really great scenes with them in this season, for damn sure. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thanks for messing it up. Let's put every S at this point. You don't want to put everything in S tier? No. That joke was best for bureaucrat villainous. No, it wasn't. No, because that's actually a female. Like in the world, it's actually a female, so it's the worst. It's the worst place for it to be. Vanar suddenly became straight. Anyways, another character that kind of got left the wayside, finally getting some moment to shine. Felt finally coming to the forefront with season 3, which was really great, because I think Felt was one of the characters that I was like kind of anticipating the most. Like, ever since that she popped up at the whole selection ceremony when they did the meeting, and she just pops up and she's like, what the hell ever, I'm gonna win this thing and I'm gonna change everything kind of thing. Like, she's chaos in that whole situation because everybody wants it for their own gain, and she's like, fine, I'm gonna break it. So finally seeing her pop up was great. Obviously she has control of Best Boy, so that makes her massively OP. Still need more of her though. I still need more of her before I'm like completely like sold on her story and stuff. I'll put her next to Anastasia. She's kind of in the same boat as Anastasia from right now. Have I ranked everyone's favorite Apothecary? Yeah, because that was winter. We were going through the seasons. Apothecary Diary was like one of the first ones we did. If you need to know, yes, at least 5 of them got up here. 5 characters from Apothecary Diaries in S tier. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. The bar was a surprise for me when she's performing, and while a building is collapsing, never loses her rhythm. And even strikes a rock star pose. She was great. She was great. I really did like Liliana. Liliana was a little bundle of fun. Unfortunately her episode was kind of blah. Like I have to admit her episode was kind of blah. The backstory segment was just kind of like, I don't know that we needed this much time to spit on this because I don't really necessarily I think it portrayed the story well enough, but it wasn't that interesting. It was kind of a letdown. But I like her as a character. She's a dork. She's an absolute dork. I'll put her in the mid B area. Middle B area. Hopefully get more of her. I just got here, so I was curious. Well, I'm glad you joined us. Hopefully you stick around for a little while. Shizuka is a top. Yes, she's going to be up here. Shizuka is adorable as hell. There's a lot of controversial over Felt x Reinhardt. Well, let's not get into spoilers. We're sticking with the anime right now. I liked her backstory where she encounters her parents after years later and too afraid to confront them. Yeah, that was a goof. That was an oof moment. Like I said, Pandora only really shows up for like a brief moment in Teresia's backstory. She's easily like one of the most like intriguing characters of the story right now because I want to know more about her. I want to know what her ability is. Again, no spoilers for the novels. I kind of want to know more about like what she is. I think they implied that she was like Vanity or something like that. So I'm guessing that she might possibly be a wild card for all the witches. But either way, super intrigued by her. Curious to see her eventually get into her story. Plus, she is Rie Takahashi. No, not Rie Takahashi. Sorry, Rie Kajimiya. So she's, again, similar to Ishida. Like the cast, the voice cast of Rezero is crazy. But yeah, Rie Kajimiya coming out of nowhere, because Rie Kajimiya barely does anything anymore. It feels like. Where's the horse girls? Here. I didn't put many in there, though. It's my birthday, so I'm watching YouTube, and I love your channel. I appreciate it. I think you spend your time with us. But happy birthday. Happy birthday. Going another year. I wish you well for another full happy year. But I'm going to put Pandora. Just because I don't really know much about her. I'm just going to put her like in a... Like, it's crazy that I almost want to rank her high just on intrigue alone. But, I'll put her in low B. Mid B. She got more character to her than Cha so far, so I can't put her... I can't put her that low. she got more development than Cha already, so I can't put her that low. Alright, Priscilla. Okay, what the fan art? Tell us what you think about Priscilla for the third time. She's so S tier. S for step on me, please. I need a womp womp womp. Do I have a womp thing? Oh, perfect. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It might be too low. But that's just for you. Priscilla S tier. I say like A or B. She is hot AF. There is no doubt about that. She is hot as hell. And seeing her in action this season was like next level. It's not Norn, it's Aisha. I don't think I have a Norn button. I just have a bunch of Aishas. And Edis. But no, like, putting aside the fact that she's extremely hot, and again, her in combat was actually very interesting. I actually like a little bit of what they've sort of revealed around her character in sort of the sense that she has a lot of possessions that she values a lot. Having a couple lines that were dropped that were indicating that her tie-ins with something in the past that I'm curious to know more about. But overall, like, I really did like her in season 3. When, unfortunately, like, before then, all we really had was her brief moment with Subaru as he was trying to ask her for help, and she literally told him to lick her foot or whatever. She's great, though. She's great. She's incredible. Yeah, I'm putting her in S. I'm gonna put her in S. The hot levels just kind of elevate her. Like, the story's already there. I'm intrigued by her, and then the hotness levels just kind of push her up to S. So we got a little bit of that waifu element that's adding in there. Like I said before, this is based on, like, you know, character writing. It's based on, you know, waifu levels. It's based on, you know, smiles that must be protected. All that stuff elevates characters. Nick, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. He caved in. I didn't cave. She caved me with her hotness. Yes, I had a lot of fun clipping anything Priscilla. Like, if she was in an episode, I was gonna probably have her in the thumbnail. You actually liked her in season 1? Like I said, but didn't dislike her. It's just that she didn't really have much presence. Like, she had that one moment where she said her lines in the meeting at the chapel, wherever that was, and then that moment where Subaru confronts her. Priscilla needs more for me. The breast. Interesting bit of trivia, but Kajimiya Rie, Pandora, Hamamine Aya Liliana also co-star as Fenris and Bellarosa in level 2 cheat powers. Yeah, I remember that Rika Kajimiya was lead character in cheat powers. Was it level 2 cheat powers? Yeah, the one where she was the Fenris thing. Yeah. That was why I loved the OP so much. I was like, oh my gosh, not only is she like the maid female lead, but she's also singing the OP, and the OP is a freaking banger. Like the OP for that show is still, like, to this day, one of my favorite OPs. Yeah, this one. Can't play too much of it. That'll get picked up really quick on YouTube. That'll get picked up real quick on YouTube. That was legit, like, one of the best songs of that season. Dama-sama. Like, Rika Kajimiya was one of my first, like, I want to say she was one of the first, like, seiyus that I actually attached to. Like, I can't remember of any of any of the shows that I watched before then that I gravitated to, because it was like this moment where I acknowledged who Ria Kajimiya was, and I started to look for other works that she did. And of course, at the time, she was the tsundere queen. Like, every show that was coming out, if it had a tsundere, she was doing it. Shakugan no Shana, Toradora, Familiar of Zero, Hayate the Combat Butler? Question mark? Was that the other one? She was just, like, everywhere. If it's not Hayate the Combat Butler, I'm gonna feel really bad. Yeah. Hayate the Combat Butler. She was like everywhere for tsunderes. And I was just eating it all up. Like I said, I can't remember any other seiyuu before then that I had actually acknowledged. Yeah, Shakugan no Shana was one of my favorite shows back in the day. I even got where's she at? Oh, she's right here. I can see that. Oh, right. I'm pointing the wrong direction. She's right here. I love her. Melon Pond Girl. The Melon Pond Girl. Anyways, Ram. Let's get back to this. Ram. I didn't actually like... I mean, I liked Ram's personality as sort of a nice balance to everything else. Everybody else is kind of either accepting or kind of neutral to Subaru, where she's, like, actively, like, nasty to Subaru. So I've always liked I've always liked Ram's personality. Again, another character that, as much as people seem to not like Season 2, absolutely fell for her in Season 2. And Season 3, unfortunately, 2 lines from her before she's not there. She was, like, just not even present in Season 2. Like, she made her little Lollymancer joke at the very beginning, how he's disgusting, and then she just disappears. She's just left behind. But I do really like Ram. I think both Ram and Rem are going to end up in S tier. I don't think there's any way around it. Like, even though, like, the entirety of Season 3, Rem is still remaining a body pillow, Rem is incredibly compelling as a character as a body pillow. Rem is best body pillow. She literally just sits there, and she's great. Because Rem is so great. So I'm going to put Ram and Rem up here. But no, I for jokes aside, I've always liked Rem's character just because of, obviously, it's not the confession scene. It's just really the fact of, like, Subaru, similar to Beatrice, where Subaru kind of shows them that there's a different path in their life. And the moment they kind of accept that new path, they sort of gravitate and attach to it. There is sort of an element of, like, too much devotion, which would be cool if they eventually kind of get into a little bit. But seeing her dedication to Subaru and what she all goes through, like, the amounts of suffering she goes through just to support him, I'm like, God damn, this girl is, like... How could you not like this girl for, like, the lengths in which she goes and the dedication that she has? Plus, she's a badass. Ram is part the main cast next season. I hope so. I think I seen her in the PV. But I mean, to the statements of I prefer Ram, the more important question is, why not both? Why not both? That is the more important question. Why not both? Let's probably this episode. Ram was good, but now kind of meh. Like the Season 2 episode. Well, again, she's not even here. You can't really say that Ram's meh now because it's like she legit wasn't in Season 3. Just like Ram, just not even present for the most part. I think both Rem and Ram had the same amount of screen time in season 3. Both is great. See, there you go. Okay, yeah, I put this girl here. I forget what her name is. Rui. I put Rui here. She literally has like 3 lines. Can anybody guess why I'm already sold on this character and I want to see more of her? She literally had the besides Ram. No, Ram even had more screen time than she had. Why would Andrew already see her as being a potential best girl in the future? I go to the sequel. No, it's not the sequel. It's right here. Where's she at? Dewey? It's right here. It's right here. It's right. Oh, no. Wrong button. Wrong button. Drag it over. Oh, God. It reformatted it. I had it up on my screen. It reformatted it. Here it is right here. Yeah. Yep. Right there. There's a reason why she's already like on my targets of like, I want to see more of this character. I dread the fact that she might get taken out, but I'm already wanting to see more of this character because Konami Kohara, like literally like my newest favorite Seiyu right here. I am like massively already like on board with this character. Obviously the voice of where's she at? Yeah, right here, Roxy. My Roxy Seiyu. Of course, you also have Arona. You got here recently with the Summer Pockets, best girl that show. I think that Chica was probably the moment that she probably got on most people's radars. Anyways, I'm just mostly joking. I want to see more of her first, but at least her Seiyu's incredible so far. At least her Seiyu's absolutely incredible so far. Why that excites me really is because I don't think really with Konami Kohara we've really had any kind of really twisted characters. I guess technically Marina, yeah. I guess we've seen it with Marina. Briefly, though. Very briefly. But again, that's more aggressive and mean, not necessarily twisted. I'm curious to see how she pulls off a twisted character. Yeah. I think that'll be our first like twisted role for her. So I hope she pulls it off. Yeah, Sid 3's up there. There. Roxy McGurdy as her Seiyu, yeah. Perfect casting, by the way. Her voice was what I heard in my mind when I was reading it. Really? I'd be curious. I mean, if it's not spoiler, I'd be curious to know why. It's actually a big part of it. Good. I want tons of it, and I don't want it to be spoiled by any of it. I want to be spoiled by any of it. I'm reading like the beginning of comments that seem spoilery, so I'm gonna not read them. I'm reading some comments that sound semi-spoilers. I'm not gonna read them. Sorry. If I'm reading the beginning of a sentence that sounds remotely spoiler, I'm not gonna read it. I'm sorry. Rezero is one that I'm trying to be very careful about spoilers. Teresia, not that I think in a lot of cases it's spoilers. It's just I'm hypersensitive. Teresia this season was obviously very incredible. Really great story. Was a nice addition to the beginning segments that we kind of got a sense of, at least from God damn, what's his name? The Sword Saint's perspective. Seeing from his perspective, what he kind of went through in his relationship with Teresia. Getting this side of it was very heartbreaking. Obviously, the conclusion of it was sad. Sad. This comment is spoiler for free. No, I know. You're not gonna trick me. Anyways, yeah, I really like Tracy's character this season. That's it. We got through Rezero. We got through Rezero. I didn't upset too many people, which is surprising. How many more are we gonna get? I'm gonna have to wrap it up here in probably the next 30. Anything that I really want to handle. Let's do one really good one to wrap things up. Rezero was technically a big one. What is one show that we haven't done that most of the chat wants me to do before we sign off? I'll give the chat the decision for which show do we do last for this stream. I like how I asked for what chat wants me to do for the last show before I close out the stream right now, and one of the responses is to not do Dress Up Darling. Oh, skip to it. I legit read that as skip Dress Up Darling. Okay, so one for Dress Up Darling, one for Call the Night, one for Rui Rocks. Wilhelm, thank you. Yes, Wilhelm. It sucks that I forgot his name, because I freaking love him. I love his character so much. Oh, such a good character this season. I need somebody to tiebreaker. We have a 3-way tie. We have a 4-way tie, because now we have Shunji family. I'm not going to do Shunji family because that's not going to be a fun one. I'm legit going to say it's not going to be an interesting talk. Summer Pockets, that would be interesting. Kowloon's only one character, though. Oh, we got 2 Ruis. We have a decision. We have Ruri. 3 Ruris. It's gone. It's gone. Dude, what is with the Twitch? What is with Twitch and Ruri? We have 3 people on Twitch all saying Ruri. The Twitch chat has been quiet, and then suddenly out of nowhere we have 3 Ruris on Twitch chat. Look, I'm looking at my Twitch chat right here. No conversations happening. This is, well, besides YP earlier about, you know, Ryu. But Twitch chat's completely quiet, and then out of nowhere, Ruri. But is that a Twitch thing? They all just repeat what you guys say? Twitch Twitch chat just sits there quiet until somebody says something, and everybody says the same thing. It's like a bunch of frogs. They just all kind of ribbit once the first one ribbits. Ribbit. Anyway, sorry. Stupid joke. It's been decided. We're doing Ruby Rocks. I'm not mad about that. We're gonna round things off with Ruby Rocks. By the way, hold on a second. Let me check something. Never mind. You mean the cake? Oh, Ruby Rocks. Sergio Dada. I want to ban you from the chat so bad right now, Sergio Dada. Where is Ruby Rocks? It would be fall. No, not fall. Summer. Blah. Which is like here. There. Found him. I need to move him up. I'm going to move him right here. Don't lose track of them. I'm moving him right here. There's just so many characters. I got to move them all the way up there, and I want to lose track of them. I like how I have City the animation right here. It's only one character. I have City the animation with its hundreds of characters. I have one character. I only want to talk about one character in that show. Not the characters are bad. It's just that she's great. That's just 4 of them. Okay, there's 4 characters. There's the Gyaru too, but I don't really have much to say about the Gyaru character. All right. So the last show that we're going to do today, before we wrap it up, and I'm pretty sure we can, this rest will probably fit perfectly in a second live stream, but I am going to grow tired here soon, so we got to call it somewhere. But the last show that we're going to talk about, because Twitch chat has decided, YP, Silver Green, and Nick have decided it will be Ruri Rocks. So if you guys have problems, you have to go to Twitch and you have to complain to them. Heavenly Tensei, welcome. Welcome, welcome. You were not that late. I thought you were here, like, way earlier, though. Didn't you come in at the beginning? I might be thinking of somebody else. Well, welcome. No tan girl from Ominyo and Kaiten? No? No, I don't think so. I was just in the bathroom shouting, Yashio, Yashio. Yashio is great, dude. Yashio is great. The question is, when you were in there, did you find the shampoo hato? Anyways, Ruri Rocks. We're gonna follow things up with Ruri Rocks. YouTube viewers are too weak to come here. No. I've started the fight again. I'm rekindling the fight between Twitch and YouTube chat. The Twitch chat's very strong, but the YouTube chat outnumbers them, so they get more aggressive. I think Twitch chat gets aggressive because the YouTube chat outnumbers them. I was gonna get to it at some point. Anyways, the last show we're gonna do for this stream is gonna be Ruri Rocks. Was my number faithful YouTube watchers was my 4th top anime of the year? Was it number 4 or was it number 5? It may have been 5. Because I think my top 4 was... number 1 was Takapi. Then it was Rezero. Then Apothecary Diaries. And I think Call the Night and then Ruri Rocks. Question mark. I don't remember. Anyways, one of my top anime of the year. So obviously these are characters that I absolutely love in a lot of ways. Not just for the show wasn't just beautiful. It had some great characters as well. This is the this is easy all girls and Ruri Rocks S. Oh my god damn it. I'm gonna stop I'm gonna stop reading what the fan arts. Whenever I see an S somewhere in there, I'm gonna stop reading it. I'm just gonna stop reading it. Chef is fine, but there's a certain guy in YouTube chat named Heavenly Tensei who's an idiot. Damn! Throwing shade. Throwing shade. Anyways. First things first. Rudius Grey Rat. Let's start with Rudius Grey Rat. I think that obviously when my first encounter of Ruri Rocks, the thing that kind of stood out most to me was, okay, this is Studio Bind, and this character looks a lot like Rudius Grey Rat. So is there a possibility that the universes are actually linked in some way? And Rudius has found himself trapped in the body of a girl hanging out with a Gyaru, geeking out over random jewelry in a store. I'm just joking. I love Ruri. Ruri's an absolute dork. I love how with her character early on, she's extremely selfish and has a high expectation for herself and the appeal of herself. But I like how her character slowly over time understands like the value of the thing that she loves so much, which is the beauty of jewelry, learning more about it and seeking that out and slowly growing over time. I have to admit, like, towards the later part, I was constantly yelling at the screen going, girl, you know exactly what you want to do with your future, even though she has, like, these anxieties over about what she wants to do going forward. It's like, girl, you know you love what you're doing. She's adorable. I love her to death. She's a dork. Every time she freaks out over things, her personality, I love her to death. So go up here. I'm not ordering the S tier. I might do it later, but I'm not ordering the S tiers right yet. Sir Tass, thanks for following the channel. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Wow, Adrian coming at the last minute drags my limp self into the chat with one arm, battered and bruised. Were you doing Savages still? Are you still doing Savages? Yeah, you gotta be doing savages still. Rue definitely Esther, but no, she's cute. She good. I have like so many clips of her. So many clips of her. Wait, Felix. Well, what's the problem? The fact that Felix is in the list, or the fact that they're A? I don't know which one you're upset about. Damn it. If I can spell my name right. Okay, I'm not stupid. I swear I'm not stupid. I know I can spell. I know I can spell my name. Oh, that was cute. Go back. Ooh. Sorry, hold on, chat. I found a cute new picture of Roxy. I can show this on stream. Oh my god, look at that. It's cute! Look at cute Roxy! It's so funny, my X feed is just mostly all just Roxy pictures. A lot of it's AI, but it's like my feed is just like, oh, here's a Roxy picture. We gotta give that to Andrew. Let's give that to that guy over there. Anything Roxy, he's gonna want to look at. A cute Roxy in a little Chinese outfit. Anyways, I got totally sidetracked. I'm not looking that up right now. X, stop distracting me. Could be a lot worse. Oh, what? The picture? Okay, I'm giving up. For some reason, I can't find Rui Roxy. Anyways, I had something I was doing and I completely got sidetracked. Let's go back here. Rui is amazing. Putting her in S. Oh, my feed? Yeah, it could be a lot worse. Yes. I have kind of noticed lately, like, a lot of, like, not controversial stuff, but, like, I would call them non-traversies are ending up in my feed where people are acting like they're upset about something and it really doesn't matter. Like, it's like the stupidest things for people to start arguing about. Usual rage baiting back and forth. But whenever I can tell my feed that I want more Roxy, I will. Most of my feed's art. Like, that's most of what I consume off of X. I don't like to get into conversations there. Next bit. We got Shoko. Shoko, I feel like I kind of want more of her, but she's definitely the biggest overcoming in the story. Like, every single one of these have sort of an inspiration they're getting. Shoko is the biggest one where she's overcoming something through her storyline. She's giving up on the desire to get into, mineralogy, of it being something that she can do as a living, and then pursuing that for her future. Did I get it? YP, thanks for the gifted membership. Why did it not give a notification? Did it not? Arigato senpai? Did you get it? Arigato senpai. Thank you, IP. Like, I was pretty sure something popped up, but I didn't hear a note for it, so I didn't think that was there. But thank you, IP. I appreciate the gifted membership. But no. Great story. Not my favorite character overall, but at the same time, like, it was enough for her. Like, I really did like her character. Especially, like, her connection with Yoko. Like, obviously, Nagi and Rudy are the ship there, and then over here we have Shoko, and Yoko is the ship. Anyways, we all know where I'm going with this one. I'm probably going to put her in A, though. I probably put her in A. I do like how she sort of becomes the Kohai under Rui, whereas Nagi was the senpai to Rui for the longest time. There's this cute, almost like passing on the baton to Rui to be the one that actually teaches somebody the future about mineralogy. I have a list of reasons why fetish belongs in the best girl category. Mainly that she doesn't deny wanting a woman's body and comforting it. Yeah, that's true. If Felix is the GOAT, then in the list, then it should be an S tier. Yeah, I think that was sort of the question mark that I had. It was like, wait, Felix? And it was an A? So it was like, so you upset about it being there, but are you more upset that it's not any higher than A? Okay. Nagi. Nagi... What the fan art? What the fan art say? What the fan art doesn't have something that's wrote out yet? Nagi is like S tier bod. No doubt. Easily, like, most of the spicy shots of this show was Nagi. Like, Nagi was obviously the animator's favorite part, is animating her. She had the spice. She had the curves. I'm assuming that a lot of people desiring to find that are now enrolling it. Nagi single-handedly is increasing the enrollments into, geology and mineralogy courses. Everybody's now wanting to get into the field just because of her. She is a beauty. Yes, she was an absolute beauty. Her as a character, though, she's not like my favorite character. I think that she is very much so. She kind of works for me mostly in the idea that she's a big sister type, and I really do like my big sister types. But she's not like a doty big sister. She's very much just strictly a guiding person. So yeah, like, personality-wise, she was easily, like, the weakest. Like, she doesn't stand out because she just seems very mature, even though she doesn't have it all together, which is sort of, like, one of her charming aspects. But, she definitely has that going for her. She doesn't realize of how normal things that people think about, she completely misses. Like, technically, Yoko getting onto her for having no sense of style. But I like her. She's definitely hot. She's got the hot factor going for her. I'll put her in high A as well. No, I'm gonna put her in S. She gets a little bump from the hotness. Finally, Yoko. I didn't think I was actually gonna like Yoko. I honestly did not think I was gonna actually like Yoko. She's the nerdy bookworm type, and she got that whole hot moe thing going on for her. Like, she's thick like Nagi, but she's got the glasses and a little bit of klutziness. Wants to stay indoors. Obviously, a lot of her character being around the idea of being book smart and liking to consume knowledge, but never putting knowledge into practical use or seeking knowledge in practical use. Being kind of pushed to go out and explore the world and find the minerals that she's always reading about. Again, I think a lot of my love for her kind of came from her guidance of Shoko and then supporting Shoko and being sort of a little bit of a balance for Nagi's character. So yeah, I ended up liking her a lot more than I did. I originally thought I was going to. Initially, I was just like, okay, the bookworm character. Shrug. I'm going to put her... I'll put her in high A too. I'm gonna keep the relationships together. There you go. Look at that. I'm gonna keep the relationships together. We got the two ships together. Ruri and Nagi are staying together, and then Yoko and Shoko are staying together. I don't want to part the ships. I never part the ships around here. It's perfect. I plan this all this way. I can live with Shoko as an A, but Nagi has to be an S. Well, you got what you wanted. She maybe realized that rocks aren't that bad, and I would study them under circumstances. When she is the dress-up doll. Dude, the dress-up moment was pretty funny. I wasn't really expecting that. I think overall, Blind... despite the crazy stuff they did with Onimai, they kept very respectful with, or very tame with Rocks. I would assume that's probably from the decision of the producers. They probably wanted Rocks to be the way that it was. I know some people are upset about, the lack of panty shots or whatever. I think it had its own spiciness. They put that little extra effort into things like Nagi and those nice close-up butt shots or whatever. Where was I going with this? I think Bind was obviously kind of directed in a certain way, the way they handled it, but I think they handled it really well. So the whole dress-up sequence was kind of out of left field for me personally. I think that's where I was kind of going with that. Such an adorable bookworm. She's a little klutzy. Got a little klutzy in there. Like her climbing up on that desk, I was like panicking. I'm like, girl, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall, girl. The only thing that I didn't like about Nagi is that her clothes are definitely way too constricting and sweaty to be wearing out hiking all day in the middle of Japanese summer. Hey, don't be throwing no damn logic up in here. Stop! Get your damn logic out of here. Get your damn logic out of here. Yeah, I think for the most part, Rui was like dressed probably the most fit for that stuff. I mean, besides obviously going out in a skirt, but like mostly wearing shorts and stuff like that. But we all appreciate the fact that Nagi was going around in those tight jeans. I could also say my previous sentence about her as well. Can I expect to be streaming on the 10th for the Mashuko thingy? I don't know. Is it supposed to be it's the 10th in Japan, so is it like late night the 9th for the US? I might. I'm not sure. I might just do depending on the time, I might just go ahead and just record any reactions for it and then just post my reactions later. I'll let people know on the Mashuko Monday channel. I guess you're damn good at handling hard rocks. Anyways, I'm gonna call it there. Like I promised, I'm gonna end it with Ruri Rocks. Again, I'll come back next week and finish these out. I'm pretty sure that I could probably knock out the rest of this in one more live stream. So, what Mashuko thing? They're gonna have like a live stream or something like that where they're gonna be covering some information about Mashuko Tensei. Probably get a season announcement, I'm sure. Maybe a key art. I'm no doubt we'll probably get a key art. At least get a key art. But I appreciate you guys dropping by. Again, thanks to everybody for the support. Thanks to YP for the subscribe. Thanks to the new followers on Twitch. Thank you to What the Fan Art for a bunch of bribing money that I didn't use. Justice Mew, thank you for the super as well. I appreciate the support. You guys are amazing. I do appreciate that stuff. Again, parting with your hard-earned money to support me and what I do here. It's always appreciated. It's crazy that people think that I bring enough enjoyment to them that they want to do something crazy like that. Let me check. Let me double check. Twitch. I'm gonna cover Gnosia every week this season, right? I have, even if I don't post it on Saturdays, because I don't know all of what on Saturday I'm gonna cover. Even if I don't post it on Saturdays, I'll cover it. All I know right now is that I'm for sure covering Oshinoko on Wednesday ? And Frieren on Friday, whenever those come around. Other than that, I don't have anything kind of in stone yet for what I want to cover, but I will. I think I should be still covering Gnosia. Anyways, again, thank you guys for dropping by. Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, I'll see you guys next week. Is Oshinoko next week? I was actually thinking of when my next stream is going to be. Trigon's on Saturday? I doubt I'm covering Trigon. When is Ushinaku? Oh, that's right. Fate Strange Fate's going to be on Saturdays now, huh? So that's definitely one that I'm going to be probably covering. Oshinoko is, in fact, on Wednesdays. Eh. And Thursdays is what? Jujutsu and Jujutsu Kaisen and we'll see. We'll see. I guess it depends on how long it takes to do Oshinoko. I might still be just streaming on Saturdays, but we'll see. We'll see. No, I think Fairwind's supposed to be the 20th, right? Or 21st? 23rd? Is it the 16th? I think it's the 23rd. Chain Soldier premieres tomorrow on my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. A lot of birthday people in the chat. I've seen Death Game. No, I kind of browsed a little bit, but I haven't got a chance to watch it. I got up way late this morning because I was doing Mashiko Monday recording last night. It is the 16th? Okay, so yeah, next week, that's that's a lock-in. That's a for sure lock-in. That's on my schedule for sure. I'll be covering that on a weekly basis. Anyways, again, I thank you guys for dropping by. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And until next time, y'all take care.
ありがとうございます、先輩。